Hey man, when you've been conquering most of the world your entire life, then you can play Master Race. Until then, whitey all the way.
Nah, man. See,
Oh my god.
white originated from us.
Ariel, are you streaming or what? Let us know when we can start.
You know, if you were to look at Facebook, you would see that there's a nice big link to Twitch.
Look at that.
On my page. On my page.
To the clan
Alright
page.
guys, who's ready to ruin the liberal world? I know I am. Let's get this shit started. Michael,
Clan
do the
page. Wait. Clan page. We gotta put it on the clan page first, you know?
fucking fine. God.
God, Ariel. Jeez. Okay. Are you posting on the clan page, Ariel?
24 minutes ago because some people though.
Yeah, some people.
Call me on my cell phone. Lay that way. Bye. You used to call me on the cell phone.
Oh my god.
I know about the hotline bling. Zip zoomity.
Let's see. Oh, I shared it on my page, and I'm also going to share it.
I know about that hotline bling.
Jeez. You know what? When I see you in real life, Chris, I'm going to, we're going to make a drink. We're going to create one. It's going to be called the Irish Cosby. It's going to be a drink that's Irish, but also fucking knock you out.
Wait. I got this. So
you're just
Irish
gonna make
Cosby,
an instant
right?
roofie cocktail.
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Irish Cosby, okay? So it is a Irish car bomb with a roofie in it.
I don't think that will really get a lot.
Remind me never to accept any drinks from you guys ever.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All I heard car bomb and I got interested. What? Wait, hold on.
Have you guys ever heard of the Paul Walker?
Oh. Alright, hold on, I'm signing up.
Again,
It's still too early.
So, if you ever order a Paul Walker, it is a car bomb with a fireball chaser.
A car bomb with man. That is great.
Oh, too early. Too early.
That's a good one. That
hasn't been 10 years yet.
Keep in mind, I say that with the utmost love and respect for Paul Walker. I'm like super sad that he's gone. I was really sad when I heard that he died. Like, I love Paul Walker. I was a huge fan of him. Like, I love his movies, even if they're terrible sometimes. I love his movies. I'm super sad that he's gone.
I'm surprised they keep coming out.
It's also been like 4 years or 5 years, whatever. And so I feel like now's the time that we can totally joke about certain people's deaths.
Yes,
nah, nigga, we still can't joke about Michael Jackson no more. He's been kidding. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started with the introductions.
Nah, we're talking about
Who the hell introduces themselves, Michael? Shut up, you're
Hey,
vegan.
you know what? I'm not introducing me. Okay.
It's a white people thing, Dylan. You wouldn't get it.
It's a podcast thing.
Apparently you wouldn't.
Okay, alright.
Welcome to the Backdoor Thieves.
The very first BDT podcast. Yay!
Welcome to the first podcast ever of BDT. This podcast is brought to you in part by Dead Orbit.
Nothing, because we have no sponsors. Yay!
Please sponsor us, everybody.
Yes, send us your money. We will use it to have fun and drink beer. Anyways,
where you at?
So in this podcast we have with us today, we have a colorful cast of people. We'll go ahead and start off with the man that needs no introduction. Moving on, we have Dylan. That skinny motherfucker. We have Rave, the Grandmaster Clan leader, the Dark Lord himself.
One hidden in the dark.
Yeah, the Dark Lord. Say hi, Ariel. Let him hear your voice.
This podcast has been hijacked by the Red Legion. Oh, hell, cool.
Then we have ourselves a Dylan, that skinny motherfucker, that, what kind of thing you got going? The redhead guy? The guy who's in the redheads? You know? We got
no, I thought we agreed. He's into redheads.
Sponsor,
Look, we agreed
he
that
actually
he's
has a
into...
speech impediment. He's a speaking disorder. He's actually a little retarded. We let him game with us.
Hey,
Michael. It's real estate.
Wait, what? Man, just wait till my white oozes all. Oh, never mind. Okay.
What did you just say to me, boy?
Okay, then we got ourselves Ilian Pro, aka Aljon, aka the Albanian terrorist. Yeah, is that what we're going with?
No, we're getting banned already, bro. What are you doing?
No, this is great. This is good stuff. We got Hot Chef, aka
playing in the background we do not own or have any
Al's got his own soundtrack.
And who is playing it?
What is that? Is that
Al's got his own soundtrack, dude.
Yalla. Yasha.
Y'all don't hear it?
What the fuck are you listening to? Is that what you listen to while you're showering?
Off to a great start.
This is carefulness.
Keep going. This is perfect. Let's not change.
We got Chris, aka Hot Chef, aka the man of many voices, aka the Box Ghost.
That is right, folks. Welcome to the first BDT contest. Podcast I have been drinking. It's gonna be a great night. Beware!
Who else? Let's see. We got Pretzel Bun, aka the Mistress of the Skies, the makeup artist
Also
herself.
a mermaid.
And she's from Hawaii.
Also the most hardcore roaster ever lived, boy.
And she's
Lives
from
right-
Hawaii.
Yeah, lives right next to the volcano. How
I
is that
also
volcano?
think she knows Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah. And she has
Wrong
cute
island.
huskies. They're adorable.
I do.
Yeah. Joining us today, our special guests, we have two. We have Israfan, aka the Philippine Mexican, aka the Libertarian.
It's called the Mexican, you dope.
What is it called? Mexican? Oh, okay, the Mexican.
So white.
Hey man, I'm working on it, okay?
The Filipino Mexican.
God damn it, Michael.
Whatever, okay?
Also, a freaking spray can to make you not white.
Listen, cut me some slack. I'm vegan, okay? God.
Yo, he
Or
is going to
vegetarian,
turn
whatever.
orange like me, alright? And he is going to be huge. He is going to make everything great again as long
be
as he's
huge.
orange, okay? He is going to be the
Man.
best of all around ever, alright? We're going to make
It's gonna be the very best,
BDT
like no one
great
ever
again.
was.
Okay? That is
That's
what we are
great.
going to do.
And last but not
Go
definitely
layer
not
on the
least,
top.
we got the Doofmeister, Doof himself, the guy who always
cursed.
happens to find the bugs in every game. Somehow. I'm surprised you're not a game tester, to be honest.
I
You
wouldn't
gotta
say
remember,
it's bugs.
Doof
It's
is
just
the bug
a
in
combination
every
of bad luck and even worse timing.
Gosh. Man.
When they
You
code a
should
game,
just
they
have a
put Doof in
girlfriend
there somewhere, and
swap
he's
time.
just like the glitch. He is the bug. This is the
you
man
need-
without
No,
any
it's not. It's
introduction,
not
he finds
that. It's not
everything to
necessarily
die at. This
glitches.
is
It's
the
just that bad
Doofmeister.
things
Yeah,
happen to
man.
me. It's
You know what
just
we need
that
is a
bad things
compilation.
happen to me. It's
We
that
need a
simple.
compilation of all the bad things. That's what we need.
Yeah, I'm probably going to start just saving video clips of every
There are
every
literally
terrible thing that
4.5
happens to me
years
and
of
just make a
bad
big ass
shit that happens
montage.
to
Yuki,
Doof.
what are you doing? What's wrong, honey?
Today we are doing Destiny 1 versus Destiny 2. We're going to talk about what we like about both and talk about why Destiny 1's better. You know? So,
Nice. You know, I could argue with that. Like listen,
we got
biasing,
But we're not about that
So,
here.
Michael, friend, pal, what will we be doing on the first Twitch stream / podcast of BDT? What will we be doing while we discuss D1
I'm glad
versus
you asked that.
D2?
I'm glad you asked that, fine sir. We will be doing the Vault of Glass. Now, how are we going to do the Vault of Glass? Let's see. I mean, we asked people to throw out some suggestions. Let's see what they did. You know,
And only one person did. That person was Dupe, which means we all have to die at a door.
I'm not expecting you guys to follow all three of those
He did
things
get
that
the
I
most-
said.
he did get the
I
most
just listed a
votes.
few that came to mind. The only one that I actually want to see you guys do is I want to see you guys kill Crota without using rocket launchers.
let's
Which
do
I
No
think is
Land Beyond.
honestly highly
Anyone got
possible
No
if most of us have
100%
vision of
Oh yeah,
consequence.
there's like honestly, Raise Lighter will one-shot his shield. Celestial Nighthawk will one-shot his shield. Concentrated Sniper Rifle Fire will do the job. It's just... It's not as
That was
easy.
the deal before Rockets, you know?
LB's depth
Well,
perception
let me
might
just
not
point
be
this
what
out
it
real
should
quick.
be.
Every single one of us has learned multiple
tower,
different
real
ways
quick.
to defeat different raid bosses without using certain things. Mostly because we have all done these so many times in the past, and I'm guarantee each and every one of us could literally write out a detailed instruction manual on every single raid in this
Pretty much.
game. As far
False,
as it
sir.
goes.
Too drunk to do that right now.
You know what? I am just drunk enough to do that. So let's.
Hey, I think
let me just
I
do
think we
that.
should use No Land Beyond. To be honest, like we've done this
I
raid enough.
think you're full of shit.
Do the Duke special.
We should totally do that. What do you guys think?
I don't have an OLED.
LB has
No.
not acquired
Yeah, if not
Come on.
if not everyone has No Land Beyond, then don't do the Duke
How about
special.
the
I mean,
no
I
HUD
could
at
easily
least?
get one and power it up, but I don't really feel like doing that right now. So
Let's do the no HUD. Let's do the no HUD. How about that?
let's do the no HUD. Beware!
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever done that before. Those watching.
You
if
know what?
anyone's
Fuck
watching
it.
that,
I'm gonna do
anyone's
it. Like,
watching.
if we're gonna do no HUD, I'm just gonna put that on right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I mean-
no HUD. It's pretty cool.
Never done it, but it's a first for everything.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not that hard doing no HUD. Just make sure you know what you have. Quick.
Just look at the light on your PS4 controller, and it'll tell you A, when you're dead, B, about to die, and C, when you have a special, it'll turn yellow. Everything else will be red. Other than that, you're fine. Yay!
Oh, there's a
There's
color
that.
line now? That's cool.
Yeah, the color of the light on your PS4 controller changes.
Oh,
So I think it's
shit.
cool.
Where does one acquire this no HUD?
Oh, you
So
press
You
start.
go into settings, and I believe it's accessibility.
Yes. Go to accessibility and go to off on HUD opacity.
Gotcha. Off. All right.
There we go. Okay,
Are
so
we
we're gonna
ready?
do a VOG hard. We're gonna do no HUD, and yeah, this will be pretty straightforward.
Yeah, but
So,
if the controller is low, it's not going to show the lights.
huh?
Well, I mean, we'll see it, and that's pretty much all that matters, unless you want us to call it like, hey guys, I got my special, my light is yellow, do you want to use it?
Yeah.
Listen for
True.
your sound cue to be okay.
Yeah.
This
Okay,
is my
so
sound cue for when I have my super.
so here's the thing. Destiny 1, in my opinion, is a very special game because, let's be honest, that's what really brought us all together. That's what really got us all to be friends. If it wasn't for
Okay,
Destiny 1, I
so
don't
just to be clear,
I'm gonna
as
try.
we start this raid, the first thing we're discussing right now is what we like about D1 versus what we like about D2.
Yes.
That's the first thing we're
Yes.
discussing. Okay, so
Yes.
for everyone listening / watching, that's the first thing we're discussing. So, Michael,
Yeah.
please proceed with what you were saying.
Yeah. So, so Destiny 1, I think it's a very special game because it's a game that brought us all together. It's the reason why this clan even exists. And honestly, without this game, I don't know if all of us would be playing this game right now. Obviously, well, it wouldn't be. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we wouldn't know each other, really. Maybe we would. Maybe we wouldn't. We don't know. But
Yeah,
it
I
is
mean, it's
because of
possible
this game.
that some of us would have encountered each other by chance in Overwatch or something, but generally
Maybe.
speaking, Destiny's the glue that holds us together.
Yeah, and so I think that's one reason why a lot of us just really like Destiny 1. Maybe even that's maybe why we like Destiny 1 more than Destiny 2 because it's the game that brought us together. You know, but
Yeah, nostalgia
I can
counts for a
agree to like 90% of that statement. I will say yes. Like I met you guys. I met this clan and everybody in it through Destiny 1. Some of the other games, I met other people from just what we started playing after we all got pretty much consolidated with D1, and that's fine. To me, D1 was like, it was pretty much basically Bungie. It was like, okay, so Bungie left Microsoft. I fucking died. Wow. So Bungie left Microsoft.
Who died?
Chef did. That's not the point. How? I didn't have a sword. I forgot that. It's not a problem.
he's been drinking.
And I've been drinking. That's not a problem. So anyway, so Destiny 1 to me was, alright, Bungie left Microsoft. Bungie made Halo. I fucking
Which was a good
loved
game.
Halo.
Yeah, I
Halo
love that game. So I
was
actually
an
played
amazing
it.
game. So when I found out that Bungie was making a Halo-esque game for PlayStation,
A first-person shooter.
rode that train like I was goddamn whoever is in the new movie about dying on a train.
I don't know.
Murder on the Orient Express, or whatever.
Murder on the Orient
Express.
I rode that train hardcore.
Damn, I fucked up.
Yeah, I honestly, I as soon as I saw that Destiny was a thing and it was from Bungie, I was like, oh yeah, I'll give this a shot, you know? My roommate was playing it.
So, after a couple of, I don't know, a couple of months playing it, and meeting quite a few people, and eventually coming into the clan, it made sense that this game was pretty much going to solidify my online
social experience?
Personification, I guess, my social traits of how I was going to play, how I was going to do things. And the more that came out for D1, the more we all played together, the more we learned, and the more we either liked or hated it. You know, case in point, we all loved D1 Vanilla for the way that the grind was, the way that we had to find things, and then Dark Below came out, and we were like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I don't know. See, here's the thing. I like Dark Below.
Well, I mean, we like the Dark Below now, but when the Dark Below first came out, we all thought that the first DLC that we all paid for was going to be, you know, this big expansion, and we got maybe like 2 hours of story gameplay that didn't really make any sense to the main storyline. I mean, in all honesty, we were complaining a lot about it until House of Wolves came out, and then we were all, oh yeah, Dark Below wasn't that bad, because House of Wolves didn't really offer a whole lot of anything either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it has
neither of the base games, or neither of the first two expansions for Destiny really added that much.
Well, let's admit, Vault of Glass was really good.
This is PS4, not Xbox. Let me...
Came out, and before they completely changed the way light level and everything was based, it was all about getting the end content of the raid. You needed to get the armor to be at the max level.
Whee! Fuck you guys! Yeah, you couldn't get max light without the raid.
Yeah, and then House of Wolves came out, they completely changed the way the light and defense and everything.
That was with the Taken King that they.
Yeah, that was Taken King that changed it.
Yeah, Taken King is the one that made the leveling system make sense.
When the House of Wolves came out, they gave you that one, like, radiant whatever, I forget what, to bring, like, the raid guns to, like, 170 and the exotics to 1.
Oh yeah, they started doing that. That was kind of the foundation for the infusion system.
That was the first of the infusion system that they were trying
I didn't necessarily mind. Like, I didn't mind that, to be honest. I thought it was kind of cool that you could...
the system isn't necessarily bad, but when they started changing... Basically, when they made the very first two raids obsolete is when I started disagreeing with
I see it.
But the case in point is that you're absolutely right. This game brought us all together. We played the most with this game. And
the good memories of driving.
Senate shards, like the fact that you can get them from public events, you know, and then use it to upgrade your gear. Like, I like that, like, because then it gave you a reason. They give you a reason to do a lot of stuff in Destiny 1.
And that's what I miss about D2 is that you can get to max level by doing basically nothing.
Just by giggling.
Like, you can really get to max level with public events.
And that kind of...
Yeah, that's, you know, that shouldn't be a thing.
It sure is, everyone.
We're already down here. Where are you?
We're at the next part. Where the hell are you?
You know how ladies are. They always take their time. She's probably doing her makeup or something.
I was putting on my makeup and cosmetics, and I was buying, you know, bright engrams and paying for silver, and I needed to make sure that my dance was the right dance.
They need to bring back Dark Drinker. Look at this.
Yeah, Dark Drinker is fucking... Dark Drinker is by far.
Back Dark Drinker. But
Excuse me?
something
Why?
I think
No.
they need to bring back an exotic
I
sword.
always
of
preferred
some
Ray's Ladder personally.
You know what?
Dark
Dude,
Drinker is
bad.
fuck
It's
you.
just I prefer killing things in
Oh,
the dark.
triggered.
No, Dark Drinker is
newer, unique
bad.
equipment instead of
Yeah,
bringing
Dark
the
Drinker is better for
back, because
DPS,
that's
but for
like-
single
no.
hit, you will die right
No,
now.
no. You see, no. I like Dark Drinker for the simple fact that it looks pretty. I mean, look at it.
Get your cosmetic ass out of here.
Nigga, fuck you.
If I'm gonna,
Okay, you started the
Honestly,
encounter. I'm scared, bro.
if I was gonna give any effectiveness to any sword, it would have to be the arc blade, because of the fact that you can do long range damage to it, or at least mid
Alright,
range.
so someone
damage.
started the encounter, so we gotta go.
Someone did?
Alright. Right
Are you
side.
in Citadel?
Yeah, we're in the Citadel. Did you
We're
die?
the Templar as well.
How
Oh,
are
yeah.
you in the Citadel? Where did you go?
Oh my god.
Look, listen, I don't know, fam. I don't know.
Oh god.
Anyway, I apologize for talking too
love
much.
the
Let's hear other,
It's so hard. The no hard.
No, the
let's
point
hear
is to
some
talk.
other thoughts
It
about
is so
D1
fucking
versus
with
D2.
Had to say, I know it's
No, we have the loadout disabled for a reason. That's why you don't see the loadout. If you want to know what gun I'm using, it's really easy. It's
Hey,
this is
Here I
the. Wait, what am I using? Shit, Fatebringer. Haha. Fatebringer at
I
that.
like the fact that we don't have buds on right now. 'Cause
I'm
it
using-
lets me know how much I've retained playing this game.
Okay, Dylan, what don't you like, or what do you like about D1 versus
I like the
or just-
fact that Destiny 1 to me it feels a lot more like it has a lot more variety to it over D2.
Oh, Destiny
for
just feels more fun,
D2,
man. Like, I got
I just feel
bored on
like-
Destiny 2 so quick.
That's what it's like, yeah. Like, I feel like in D2 I'm just doing like they're giving us different name missions, but I'm running to the same spots over and over and over and over. It feels like
I mean, that's
vision.
really what a lot of Destiny 1's story content was
Yeah.
go here, scan this,
Yeah,
shoot these,
sure,
rinse
but-
and repeat, no context.
Sure, but
Like for some reason, whatever reason, D1
It works.
It just feels better.
It did
than
work. I'm not saying it didn't
D2.
work. I'm just saying it was kind of
No,
bland.
that's what I'm saying. Like from my perspective, that's why I think like, it just feels more like it has more variety over.
At the
Even if I'm
beginning,
doing the
right?
same
Like,
missions over and over again, even doing public events.
Well,
Yeah.
do you mean in the first 2 or 3 expansions, or do you mean like in missions?
because you can't really compare the finished product to the beginning of Destiny 2.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about overall, but more so like a couple, like Dark Below
Yeah.
and Impossible. Like all right. So when this game, D1 came out, I wasn't BDT at all.
no.
You know, the only
What were
amount
you?
of content I could do was like me and my cousin playing the game.
Were you in the head ass clan? Is that what you were in?
Oh my god.
I wasn't even intended at that time.
Oh no, I fucking killed myself. God damn it.
Oh my god, Ariel.
Gosh, Ariel, the first one to die.
Shit. I'm not the first one to
Technically,
die.
Chef was the first one to die, but remember, he's a warlock and he can revive himself, so death is really only a,
Death is an inconvenience.
An inconvenience,
Yeah,
yeah. Great. Well, fuck. Anyway, continue.
yeah, so
Okay, when I started playing this game, it was literally just me and my cousin playing the game. I didn't get to do like in-game raids or anything like that. But at the same time, I found myself on the game every day. I was running my daily stuff. I was doing public events, even if they didn't give me anything. I felt fun with the game compared to like now with like D2 and the first expansion. It's like I hop on the D2, I do like some flashbang stuff or whatever, and then like I get back to the tower to turn stuff in, and I feel like I didn't get anything and earn worthwhile. I look at the
Yeah, it
weapons that I
wasn't
have,
worth
and it's like because they gave you everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
honestly.
can get what you want right off rip, and it's just like, even with that, like my luck in this game, I still just like lack getting.
Now here's the thing.
I keep getting the same stuff over and over again.
Do you think it's because they're trying to appeal? Do you think it's because they're trying to appeal to a certain type of gamer?
Yeah.
Because
They're trying to open
Yeah.
up more to the casual.
Oh yeah, they're definitely appealing to people who aren't
People
who are
can't play the game
as willing to invest hundreds and hundreds of hours into the game.
Yeah,
Now, here's the thing, why is that strategy though?
Target audience here.
people, and then BT is more casual.
But why is that a strategy though? Like, why do they think casual players are gonna stick around? Because they typically don't.
Ultimately, I think it just comes down to how much people are willing to pay for the
Where do I
game.
cleanse? I
If
forgot.
you're
Middle.
if you're a casual gamer and you see a game that's easy to succeed and get to the same place that hardcore gamers are at, you're more liable to buy a game. Versus
I
like,
guess.
okay, I can only play games for, or rather, I only choose to play games for, let's say, I don't know, 10 hours a week. Maybe you're investing 2 hours here, 3 hours there, whatever. Or, you know, oh, hey, I've got some free time, let me, you know, throw a couple of hours at this game. You're more likely to pick it up. If you are like me, or, you know, literally any one of us here who, as much as I hate to say it, kind of doesn't really have a social life, or works a lot and, you know, usually plays at nighttime, and might dedicate 4 or 5 hours a day to the game, you're more likely going to pick it up to invest your time, because you really want something that just kind of takes your focus off of what you were doing that day.
Here's the thing though.
How about you so dedicated that every Tuesday before reset or after reset you stay in the maze?
What's the new one called? The Tower? The Traveler?
Yeah, who's sitting down here about themselves?
Yeah, I remember in Destiny 1 how people would be on right before reset just to make sure they got that raid completion done. Because we got it done every week.
At that raid checkpoint.
Yeah, because here's the thing, there's replayability to the raid, like hardcore, compared to Destiny 2.
I was talking about the exotic chests.
Itself in endgame.
Yeah, the Gorgon chests.
Yo, the Gorgon chest, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, like, people were like immediately going to get a Gorgon checkpoint and like.
Oh, I remember.
Sharing that
every
stuff
fucking
around
Tuesday,
like
yeah.
candy.
Dude, I remember seeing on Facebook like, hey, does anyone have the Gorgon checkpoint? And you'd grab it from someone you don't even know, and then you'd go and yeah. That's how much people wanted it. Like they would go and hook up with other people. Just to
Yeah,
get it,
now it's just like, oh, you did the Leviathan raid? Hey, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you don't have to.
Because Leviathan raid doesn't have anything that's really enticing. Like, and I know, Doof, you're gonna disagree with me. And we'll have this disagreement the entire way through.
Well,
but
okay,
look
like,
at this.
I
Look at
respect
this.
your opinion. Like personally,
And I respect
like
your
Leviathan
opinion.
guns. I can see why. Like I can understand the argument that there's nothing super unique. There's nothing super interesting and enticing
Other
about
than the
Leviathan
look.
guns.
Other than the look,
I can
and the look,
understand
you can
that.
kind of bullshit it with other guns. Like you can bullshit the colors of that of
Here's my thing.
the gun
My
with the
thing
shader.
is that with B1 and some of the weapons from multi-class raid, I was almost strictly a scout rifle user. But when you gave me the Fatebringer, I was like, dude, I am more than willing to use that hand cannon. It made me want to use that hand cannon initially because it was the only primary weapon that had a certain burn on it.
Yeah, exactly.
And they
There was
took
that.
away primary burns. When they took that away, it kind of took away like the fun of doing the raid. Because you were like, oh shit, like.
Well, they took those away in the Taken King. Like with
Yeah.
the Taken King,
Yeah.
there was, I believe in Taken King there was one gun that had one primary weapon that, had
was,
element. Two, counting the Vex Mythoclast. It was either
The Vex wasn't in Taken King. The Vex didn't come back until
Well, if you still use
afterward.
it in PvP in non-level based, it could still be considered a viable weapon.
True.
yeah. But no, it was mainly like
After they nerfed it.
Here's what I don't get about Destiny 2. They're catering to, they need to really cater to the hardcore gamer because those are the people that are going to buy the loot boxes. Those are the
Right, but
people
at the
that are
same
going to
time,
care
like,
about the
even if you
fashion.
do the hardcore gamer, exactly how much more copies or how much less copies are you going to sell versus how much you could sell? In the end, video game is a business, and it is a we need to sell as much as we can. So we're going to try to accommodate to, you know, potentially.
But how many
either
DLCs are you going
everyone
to sell to a
or-
casual gamer? Like, casual gamers don't stick
not
around.
a whole lot. Like you're only going to be selling DLC to people who are invested in the game.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where their money is
Well,
the
I
DLC.
mean-
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause it's like $20.
I I have a few other things I can say on that, Mark, but I'll save those topics for later.
Yeah.
Alright, but here's my thing. My thing is this: Leviathan, sure, the guns might be great, but let's say
they're great. I'm saying they're good.
Wait. Let me finish. But let's say that that auto rifle, right? It has the Ghost Primus. It has a beautiful time to kill. It does work really well, but so does the number. So does Origin Story.
True.
For PvP.
True.
Sure, they don't have the
thing
exact
with
perks.
Ghost Primus is, like, if you're going to talk specifically about Ghost Primus, I can tell you from personal experience, it is, like, if you use Ambitious Assassin, it is better than most other auto rifles for crowd control, just because you can, the most amount of bullets I managed to cram into that magazine was like 55 on an adaptive auto rifle, which is good.
It is good.
But if you use the other perk instead, the high impact reserves, then it's actually really good for boss DPS. And it's more so than most other auto rifles, at least of that archetype.
You know, it's one thing though about the Leviathan is none of the shit's hard to get. Like, you can get everything pretty easy.
Yeah.
Like,
except for the part where RNG says, screw you, you're getting Ghost Primus 8 times in a row.
In a few weeks, though, you'll have everything. In a few weeks, though, you'll have everything. You know how long it takes
so let me ask you this. Let's get off the topic of weapons for a second, because we're all kind of in like an agreement to disagree about weapons are better than them. Let's talk about perks and burns versus, you know, in D1 versus D2. They obviously replaced some of the perks with in D2 from D1. Like, let's case in point, Firefly is no longer Firefly; it's called Dragonfly, and it's not nearly as good. And I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still good. It's not as good, but it's
no, dude, it's not. You can't compare the two, dude.
Dragonfly works. It's not bad.
They got rid of crowd control, which to me is kind of.
They have a perk that does pretty much the same thing. In
yeah, it's Rampage now instead of crowd control. It's the same perk. It works the same way. No, it works the same way basically.
Yeah, but.
No, dude, it works basically the same way.
It only 3 times, but otherwise it's the same thing.
So they just renamed the perks and call them something different, but it pretty much acts the same.
Yeah, it acts the same way. Yeah. The damage, the additional damage is pretty decent still.
But why change it? Why not just call it the same thing?
You know, they wanted it to be a completely new game.
Is that part of the whole, like, it's a new game, new story, all the weapons?
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically, that's what I'm thinking.
Which doesn't make sense because they can't possibly make it a completely new game. It has a backstory. Destiny 1 is that backstory.
I mean, they got rid of all of the Grimoire cards. They're gone.
Destiny 1 was, you know, it's
the beta for Destiny 2.
As far as they're concerned, Destiny 1 was pretty much a beta to the game that we play now. And
it was their bastard child.
Yeah.
Middle.
The redheaded
middle.
Which I don't get because, I get that it wasn't a perfect game, but
I mean, still a good game.
Yeah, it was. By the time they finished it, was great. But initially,
they got awards and everything.
We're pretty much at this point. We're pretty much just discussing, you know, D1 vanilla and D2 vanilla, and then D1 Dark Below versus D2 Dark Below.
Yeah, because not everything's come out.
Cyrus.
Well, you know, we never heard from other people. I know we're going into heavy debate here, but let's talk again about what we really liked about Destiny 1. I mean, Carla, what did you really like about Destiny 1? Why did you play that game? Or what drew you to it?
We were all playing together.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen you on Ark. No.
Wow.
Nice name, different podcast, guys. Come on now.
not a heavy gamer, whatever. No.
Yeah, no, I'm not a heavy gamer, but I like shooting games. So she was like, "Oh, why don't we get Destiny?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" And then turns out I was the shittiest warlock, so I've never walked into Destiny.
Well, I mean, it is really hard being a warlock. They suck, so you know.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, shots fired.
You should have gone with Hunter, you know, but you know. Let's not get into that. We're not doing the class
No,
podcast
yeah,
right now.
That's a whole
we
different
know,
debate. That's a whole different
yeah,
topic.
we already know Titans are better, so whatever.
Destiny 2, I tried to change my character.
Personal preference,
and I was
man.
like, I can't do this. I can't do another character. Warlock or die. Warlock
Yeah. See, I like. Oh, okay.
I mean, of all the reasons to stick with one character, that's a good one.
But here's the thing, though, Carla. Did you play Destiny 2? Like, have you played it?
I did, and then I wasn't a fan of it.
Exactly.
So guess what, guys? I actually sold the game.
Oh man, so you started playing it, and you just
And then
couldn't
I
do
was
it.
like, fuck this.
Man, I can't be upset with you, to be honest. I mean, I get it.
See, I wanted to get rid of it, but I can't, just because of the fact of, like, there's still a chance that
It'll get better.
that it can still get good, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, I bought a digital copy and I paid for the base
Season pass.
game.
The digital deluxe, ain't it?
DLCs.
Yeah, I also paid the digital deluxe.
Repurchase it.
Because you had that
I'll
much faith in it,
repurchase
yeah.
it when it doesn't feel so subpar, you
You
know?
had faith in
It
Now,
the.
see,
just feels
I have the digital
mediocre
copy, but I kind of
compared
wanted to delete it just, like, out of spite. Just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me just get this out of my
Like,
library.
it's a good game. It's
Hey
a
Sony,
good
you don't
game.
gotta
It just
refund
feels
me, but can you
mediocre.
make it look like I never bought this game? Thank you.
Yeah. I can't believe people are actually getting refunds. I mean, that's the thing. Like,
3, 2, 1, let's
I
go.
don't see why anyone. Oh, hi, AP. No, that's not AP. Remember, it's Red Oracle, so they have to go up.
oh yeah, that's right. They changed it. I kind of like that they changed the old raid a little bit. They didn't have to, but kind of like what they did.
This right one though. This right one though. This right one though.
How about you, Isra? What did you like about Destiny 1? What drew you to that game? Because you're a hardcore gamer, aren't you?
Are they all done? Shield's going down.
Oh shit. Let's take him down. Oh, of course, the shield. I forgot. I should have remembered. I shot a galley at my shield, and then I got killed.
Headass.
Oh.
But what did you like about Destiny 1, Isra? What really kept you playing it?
Well, yeah, I was big fan of the Halo. That's when I got started. And I found 20, so I got into Destiny. That's how I got in.
Yeah. But what kept you though? That's the thing. Like, I get why you got into it, but
Compared to D1 and D2 is the variety of different roles that weapons come with. Even though you got the same weapon, there is different roles that make you just happen. Yeah, the clarity that you can do. It's definitely
Oh, shit.
I like that you can reforge weapons. You guys remember how you could reforge weapons back when Iron Banner was first around? That was great.
You mean, I actually didn't like that because it meant everyone had the god roll guns. Everyone was ridiculously overpowered at PvP.
Yeah, but you know,
One girl. Hey,
yeah.
hey, Ariel. I just want you to know, real quick.
Yes.
You probably didn't get it, but I did. Just get another Praetus Revenge.
Oh my fucking god, can you burn somewhere? I didn't fucking get it! 4 fucking years and I still don't have the fucking gun!
Wait a second.
4
You've
fucking
never
years!
gotten it?
No, I did
You've
get it
never
once.
gotten it?
Alright, so I did
got
get it once.
and deleted it like a head ass.
No.
I deleted it. No, so I deleted it way back when because I had to delete it for the fucking Steel Piercer. You remember when the Steel Piercer came out? You had to feed fucking sniper rifles for it?
Or snipers.
So yeah, I scrapped fucking Praise Revenge. For those of you who are watching and don't know, Praise Revenge is the most accurate sniper rifle in D1. There's no other sniper rifle like it.
Fastest firing.
Also fastest firing. Actually, wait, put it on real quick. Let me show these people the stats.
How the fuck you...
You crouch.
How?
Well, where are you?
Down, sweetie. You hit circle.
This is Praise Revenge.
There
Everybody.
you go.
It is, as you can see, basically max fucking stability. That impact is a lie. It actually hits a lot harder than almost every fucking sniper rifle, and it does shoot, one of the fastest. Man, that shit could one-shot a Minotaur.
Yeah, like two or three shots.
A regular Minotaur? No, dude, it could one-shot a regular Minotaur.
Regular Minotaur, yeah.
Yeah, it could one-shot a regular Minotaur.
That's pretty good, actually.
Dude, it was fucking amazing. Plus, it has that shit for the not the Vex, the what the fuck are they called? The Oracles, yeah. Shit, I think I fucked up. Whew, no, I didn't.
Oracle Buster.
Yep.
Okay, so now that we all kind of got what we talked about with like what
I
we
didn't say what I liked about D1.
I like how you skipped over Doof.
And you skipped over Doof.
Oh, you're right. You know what?
I don't think Rave got a chance to speak either.
You know, there's so many people. You guys gotta keep me on my
I kind of
toes.
took longer than I probably should have.
Okay,
Let's give
so
it to
Ariel
Doof.
and
No.
Okay,
Do
so-
first.
You first? Okay.
No, you go first if you want.
Nah, dude, I'm good. I should be the last one.
Okay.
I should be the
I
last
actually
one.
want to hear what Doof says, because Doof seems to be the person in here that likes D2 the most, which is not, not a bad thing. I'm glad that you like it, but I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
You see, I actually I have a very interesting relationship with Destiny. Like,
Oh, is it intimate?
interesting. Not intimate, interesting.
It's not like he's
hot,
putting, his controller on high vibrate, put it right up his ass, and being like, "Oh,
Oh
no.
man.
No, that is not what's. No.
However,
The thing with me and Destiny is, generally speaking, MMO games are not my thing, shooters are not my thing, and sci-fi is not my favorite genre.
So why Destiny?
And yet, if you look at just the raw hours played, Destiny 1 is probably my most played game of all time. And yet, at the same time, I wouldn't, if you asked me to list what my personal favorite games are, Destiny wouldn't even be in the top 10. It's just, I enjoy... Gotta think about how to phrase this for a minute. It's not that I don't like the game. Obviously, I wouldn't have played it if I didn't like it. The reason that I first started playing it is because, Cody was super hooked on it, and he downloaded it on my PS3. That's how hooked he was on it. He had to download it on 2 separate PS3s. So then I just figured, hey, it's already on my console, there's no harm in trying it, so I played it, and I didn't dislike it, and because it's sandboxy enough, and because kind of the story wasn't super interesting to me, and it just kind of kept being fun to play, so I didn't stop having a reason to play it, so I kept playing it. And that's how it was for me.
Where is everyone?
Oh boy.
We're already over here.
No, we love Harlem. Yo, man.
Yeah, because I noticed that when you first joined the clan in Destiny, you played every now and then. You weren't super active necessarily.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been super active in Destiny. It's just I'll raid with people because raiding is my favorite thing in the game. Other than that, I just kind of play PvP a little bit because I enjoy the PvP, and otherwise I don't play the game much. And I'm the exact same way with Destiny 2. It's not like I love the game, it's just that I don't have a reason to not play it. I still enjoy the game, so I keep playing it. That's as simple as it is.
Are you guys
So what's one of the... I'm already over at the jumping puzzle. So what's some of the stuff that you really enjoy... What's some of the stuff that you really enjoyed about Destiny 1, though? Things that, I don't know, that made you want to keep logging in?
Nothing in particular, really. It literally is just I never had a reason to stop playing the game, so I kept playing it. It sounds weird, but at the same time, it's brain dead simple.
Yeah, okay, so you weren't exactly over ecstatic about it, but you weren't exactly hating it either, so you're kind of neutral to it.
It was me.
I mean, I wouldn't say I was neutral. I enjoyed the game, definitely. It's just I wouldn't say that it's one of my favorite games I've ever played. There's so many games that I would list so much higher than that.
Oh, I mean, I'm with you in the same way. Ask anyone and they'll tell you Castlevania Symphony of the Night is probably by far my favorite game of all time. I've spent loads of time in that game, as much as I possibly could. But with Destiny, I don't know. There was just something about it that kept bringing me back, and I'm kind of with you on that. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is.
Why?
You are a penis.
Why would you throw that?
You know damn well what that did.
Now
It
I'm
showed.
getting bounced back. Oh my god. You are the worst person. And I
That's
fell
why
again.
nobody likes.
And I
Destiny.
fell again.
Oh,
And I
bunch of
fell
assholes.
again. Yeah, I got caught. That was me that time.
Oh man,
Alright,
it was not my grenade's fault.
we're gonna play a little game.
Boys.
If you get caught, you step
Boys.
back, step out until we're done here.
We've done 4 years of this. How are you getting caught?
Because I messed up my jump because I'm trying to rush because people keep
Since
doing
when can
things you're not
black
supposed
man
to.
not jump? No.
Oh my god, it's going there!
My warlock is purple.
Man,
Oh
do
my
you
God.
like stick the microphone into the back of your throat when you do that? I mean,
I mean,
Like it all the way down to his
basically.
throat.
I was fucking eating when you said that. you dick.
oh shit, he sees us.
Get in.
Look at me, I'm Dylan, I can't jump.
Who's shooting?
Oh,
Why
shit,
would
we
you
gotta
shoot?
kill it, We gotta kill it. You gotta
Who
kill
did
it.
that?
Some
gotta
white
kill
girl
it.
apparently thought she shun or he can't jump and shit.
Aw, that wasn't me.
Y'all realize
These are on hard. Stop being dumb.
Oh man.
All right, so Ariel,
Yo,
last person. What did you like about D1 versus D2?
ah,
just
shit,
D1.
man.
Because we're gonna talk about what we like about D2. We haven't talked about what we like about D2 yet.
Yeah, D1, I honestly, I think the most that I liked about it is the social interaction. Because you do meet a lot of interesting people playing this game. You do meet a lot of dumb people. And you don't meet a lot. Who the fuck got caught?
They're mostly all Titans.
Fucking Titans.
which one got set off.
The one in the back?
Someone in the back. It wasn't
Yeah.
me.
Whoever was in the back then.
It is
Oh my god.
the one group of people I did not meet in this game. The one group of people that I did not meet in this game are the little kids who, you know, hit you up and are like, "Hey, I fucked your mom. Fuck off, nigger."
True.
Yeah,
I
all
never
know.
missed a lot of those.
Yeah, all know the Call of Duty that I'm talking about, right? Good. That I didn't deal with that, and that actually made this
I like
game.
to refer to those kind of players as the
Yeah,
Xbox
Destiny's
player.
community has always
It's because
been.
you guys are running, by the way. That's why I keep seeing you guys, because you
That's
guys keep
bullshit.
running.
Seriously, you're
Yeah, you
failing the
guys-
stealth check?
All right, look,
You guys have to walk.
It's not even a stealth check, it's a pathfinding check.
Y'all
Yeah.
You guys have
got
to
your
walk.
abilities going off being
No sprinting in the hallway.
All right.
No running in my lobby.
The other thing that I did like is,
How are you alive?
yo, can I talk?
I'm a warlock.
Let
Alright.
everyone
You
finish
gotta
his
talk.
thoughts.
You gotta talk over them. That's the key.
All right. The other thing that I did enjoy is the shooting. It was a lot crispier than Call of Duty. Before this, I only used to play fucking COD and shit. The gunplay in this game is fucking beautiful compared to fucking COD. The Crucible way back when was like really fucking nice. Ish.
Yeah,
Especially
right?
with the shotgun.
Fucking two clips of
Ish.
the gun was amazing.
Ish, you know, we always had, we had that time of the Suros. Those Winters Lie. Can't forget that one.
Man, I still have that. I still have that. I still
No,
have
no,
that.
no, no,
Even
no.
though they nerfed it.
He fucking, he saw me, he saw me.
PvP was always horribly inbound.
I still had fun though. I still did.
No,
good on
I
it.
still had a lot of fun
it
with
was fun.
I mean,
was
if
fun,
you
it
could
was just
figure out a way to
imbalanced.
counter shotguns for like that 4 months that they were just completely over.
that. It was Fell's
I
Winter
feel like
Light.
you
Yeah,
were-
you're good.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
easy to overcome, but
Yeah, just use a fucking sniper or a fusion rifle. That's it. You were good.
or an assault rifle,
yeah,
or a hand
outrange.
cannon, or
That's how you.
Yeah, it's the range. Let me see. The Red Death, definitely. After I got the Red Death and I started
Oh yeah,
using
Red
it.
Death was always overpowered.
Even after they nerfed it to the ground, I still used it, and I actually, my first trials like completion was after the nerf with fucking Red Death, and I remember this shit because it was like the best fucking game of my life. Fucking Spike and Jesus went down. It was only me and fucking Red Death, man. These niggas popped their super, I fucking killed them from a nice little distance. I saw you fall.
Why?
What is up with this warlock, bro?
Alright.
Man.
And, you know, basically I outgunned everyone with Red Death while they had their supers and everything. It was a fucking hammer, the Blade Dancer, and the fucking...
You guys are
what's the
making
other
me
one?
want to stick this beer bottle up my ass. I'm so mad.
Hey man,
Do that
whatever
anyways,
you...
I heard it makes you get more drunk.
No, hold on. See, she goes up now.
You have to tap it right away. You know, warlocks, they don't do jumping very
They
well.
don't play around, bro. They just
there
want
is
those digits and they want to tap. That's all you gotta do.
Unless you're chef, in which case the warlock works perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing with warlock jumping. If it works for you, it was the best thing.
Jump, bro. Ugh. I don't know. Jumping off that ridge just seems to screw me every single time.
It's a warlock. They've been known for having the worst jumps.
Yeah. I also did like Destiny 1. I also like Destiny 1 raids, even though they were buggy to high hell. Let us not forget. Let us not forget Crota and his infinite. Let's not talk about Oryx. The son of a bitch is still buggy.
Many bugs.
Yo, Crota and his always walking where he's not supposed to just like kill everyone constantly.
Oh hey, you're all standing in this room? Let me join.
Hey guys, what you staring at? Hey, let me join you real quick.
Y'all boys looking for a 7th member?
Where's Gorgon? Because I'm so scared to jump over.
You're safe if you jump over.
You should be able to
wait, no, you're not. You're not safe. You're not safe.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
There's one right underneath
Come
you.
on.
Carl, I believe in you.
Bitch, you just gotta believe.
I fell down like 5 minutes ago, and I had to like keep sneaking
Gotta
around
do
them.
what?
Oh my god.
Come on.
Nah.
Why?
Who?
Who got caught?
That one was.
One went off.
Yeah, come on.
That should not have been.
All right.
Guys.
Well,
Guys.
as per the rules set by the fearless leader, I shall take my lead from the party.
Yes.
Bye, Chris.
Bye, Chef.
Oh shit! We're being exited from the party itself.
That's actually what
No,
we've done in the past
from-
just to make this smoother.
Down to
No,
the
no,
last
he's-
person.
From
who
the
has to
last-
No,
solo
not
it.
from the actual podcast, just from the party itself.
Yeah.
Excommunicated.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
Been excommunicated.
Boys,
Please,
I
like y'all
fell.
get rid of. Like y'all
Fell.
get rid of the
Come
chef.
on.
I mean, really.
No,
I know. The
You're like
podcast would
you're
just
like
go
herpes.
away. Why you compare the poor guy to herpes?
I'm like herpes. I'm uncomfortable, and yet at some point in time, really funny to talk about.
And you keep coming back. You just keep coming back, you fucker. No.
Whoa. He looked up. He either caught Albie or the other warlock that was flying. It was one of those two. It was the Albie, make me lead.
Alright,
So-
since I feel like he was looking
Hey,
in
I
my
was on the way
direction,
to the
I'm gonna
back,
dip
so
out.
there's no way it fucking saw me.
Okay,
He was
so
staring in my
let's,
direction,
let's
so
move
I'm gonna
on
dip out.
from the conversation. What do we like about D2?
Destiny 2.
It's
I want to start it.
Organized, please.
Yeah,
I wanna start it.
Let's start backwards.
So
Yeah.
D2, what I did like is the story. The story is, for the most
It was
part,
pretty good.
on point. I definitely did like Gaul as a villain.
I wouldn't say on point, but I would say better than Destiny 1.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
Destiny 1 is my
That's
only
easy.
thing that I'm comparing Destiny 2 to, so
Oh yeah.
Are we,
it was
so,
definitely on point.
real quick, are we gonna compare? Are we gonna compare base D2 to base D1, or are you trying to compare
Yes.
D2 as
No,
is now,
I'm-
D1 as
I'm-
is now?
No, I'm comparing, like, D2 up to Curse, and D1 up to Crota. Because that's as much as we got right now. You know, I'm not gonna be unfair to fucking Destiny 2. You know,
So
that's fucked up.
we're gonna do. So as far as we're concerned, when we compare D2 to D1 right now, we're comparing D2 Vanilla and Curse to D1 Vanilla and Dark Below.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
But here's the thing. Alright, so Destiny didn't actually have a story outside of the Grimmer cards, which, personally,
No.
was a great fucking idea. I loved it. I feel fucking sad that I don't have Grimmer cards to read at work now. Because that was a great
Yeah,
task.
the
I
Grimmer
did.
cards
I
were
did actually.
one of my
I did
favorite
actually
things
read them
about
all.
Destiny 1.
I did actually read them all. I was actually kind of pissed off that they had Grimoire cards. I wish they would have just put that shit in the game. To be honest.
Yeah. That's something that should have always been in the game, but...
No. What I'm saying is they should have had more cutscenes so they didn't have to have Grimoire cards. They should have had actual, like, you know what Destiny 2 has, where... See, Destiny 2 isn't relying on
an actual
Grimoire
cinematic
cards.
story.
Yeah, Destiny 2 actually has a cinematic story, but yeah, continue. Sorry. I don't want to get into why I like that.
Thank you for interrupting me. I was so sweet of you. I don't know where I was at.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you were talking about...
You're talking about Grimoire cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you were saying how you were sad how you don't have Grimoire cards to read at work anymore.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's more of a story.
Oh my god, I lost you guys and I'm alone on a cliff.
Leave and come back.
Baby, come back.
Can I explain what happened to LB?
On me.
Hold on. You just jump down and run, right? I don't see the thingies. Oh shit.
Yeah, just jump down and run, or leave and come back. Whatever you want.
Hold on, no, I can't jump. He's there. Oh shit.
So
you're still back there?
Okay, I'm sorry. Does kicking in midair not do shit anymore in this game?
No. D2 story was interesting for the most part. Like I said, I like Gaul as a villain, cause he kind of gave us like an actual, like, you know, he was actually a villain that we can like fuck with. It wasn't like in D1, you know, the darkness.
You better fuck off.
The darkness and all this other weird shit, man.
What the fuck? You better keep walking.
Bobby, shut the fuck up.
No, bitch, you better keep going. I'm not taking another step.
Oh my fucking god. Look, if you're still stuck, leave and then just come back.
Keep interrupting you. I'll keep interrupting. Get your ass to the end, right there. Keep going.
To the end?
Yeah, I'm not sitting here fucking you at... How?
Oh, someone got caught.
How?
That was me. My bad. I thought I was safe. I was not.
Time to go.
Time to go in the corner.
I'm going.
Corner of shame.
And then there was two. How the fuck do you leave? Zero,
It keeps getting lower and lower, the amount of people who are here.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised I haven't been one of the people to leave yet, like...
Yo, so...
Mr. Grenade over here.
So,
Okay,
let me see.
So the storyline, as far as it went,
yeah, it was pretty decent. Like,
better to follow, would you say?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
were...
more cohesive than Vanilla and Dark Below Destiny 1's story was. It was more cohesive.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I can see that. Who was Eva? He's a friend. Panda. What did you think about D2 versus? What did you like about D2?
Yeah, the story definitely better. Plus, K6 is like really, you know, kick it up. Instead of certain characters just dull, but you see like, I don't know. The character is coming out like more life into it than like, oh, here I'm just an NPC, give you quests. You know, it's more interactive or lifelike.
They're saying the story was great, but your character kind of lacks.
No, he's talking about Cade.
He's talking about the NPCs have more personality.
Yeah, the NPCs in general have more personality. You know, Ikora is more like
a sassy black woman.
No, shut the fuck up.
I mean, I'm just gonna put this out there right now. Bungie basically has one setting for female characters, and that is sassy.
All right, everybody can join us again.
Black woman.
Help. Everybody, DB.
Chef, Carla, Skinny. Hey, look at that. 6 people walk into a bar. 3 warlocks, 2 titans, and a hunter. The 3 warlocks leave.
I only got caught once, and that one time I did actually leave.
What keeps happening to me? I don't understand. I don't understand.
Okay, Doof, what do you like about D2 versus D1?
Oh, well, I will say, like, the gameplay is more fun to me in Destiny 2 than Destiny 1, just because it's better balanced in so many ways, and that I may be fully alone in that opinion, but I stand by it regardless.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, like, sure, the story was better written and easier to follow.
Okay, is it
But
just
at
me?
the
Do I
same
just keep getting
time, and this is
dragged
something
down?
Destiny 1 fell victim to a lot as well, a lot of the writing is just
You get dragged down.
bad. Like, like most of, at least when you're talking,
Don't do it, Obi,
like,
you
when
get
you're
dragged.
dealing with like either Cade 6 or your Ghost, which is about 75% of the Red War campaign right there. Pretty much every line is followed up by a lame joke.
I see that.
Like, the writing is just plain terrible.
What the f...
You get dragged down. You have to actually like jump some of it.
You know, it lets me go past the wall
just got
before
midair.
I skip through. That's why I forgot I couldn't do it.
Warlocks can stop midair. Oh.
Okay,
Off track
Anything
now.
else? Anything else, dude? You liked about D2?
Yes.
You know,
Carla, did you like
it's
anything
kind
about it?
of, it's, for me, it's kind of
It
the
was
same
aesthetically
reasons as Destiny 1, where it's just, I haven't found a reason to stop playing the game yet, so that's why I'm still playing it.
Okay.
It's not that there's any one thing that I particularly love about
Are
it.
you just
it's
an easy to please kind of guy? You're just an easy to please
Well,
kind
no,
of guy?
I'm a very simple kind of gamer. If I enjoy a game, I will continue to play it, and I will continue to play it until I have a reason to not play it. And once again, it's kind of radiant and open-ended enough that I still have reasons to keep playing it.
Okay.
Even though I've already done pretty much everything. It's just, I enjoy playing the game, so I keep playing it. It's that simple.
Okay.
Carla, you
Carla.
said it was just aesthetically pleasing. Just good to you.
The storyline was nice.
It is...
It just-
Destiny 2 is very pretty, and the music is amazing.
It is. The soundtrack was dope, but it's
Yeah,
just,
I think
like
it.
you said,
I think it
just
actually did
felt-
win best soundtrack at the Game Awards. This year.
I just,
Well, when you
I
first-
just felt like it was meh overall.
Yeah. So you didn't really like it that much at all.
I'll
When
be
you first
there
started playing
eventually.
Silly Titan.
Drifting.
What about you, Isra? What did you really like about Destiny 2?
You already said it.
Pretty sure he already gave his reasons, man.
Yeah, I think
You know what? Maybe I've been a little tired.
I think we're on Skinny
no.
right now.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, Skinny.
Me? What do I like about D2? Huh.
Man, think hard. Think hard.
First of all, the music in D2 is probably some of my favorite music in a really long time. Video game.
I mean, you
Oh,
didn't like
thanks.
the Paul
Bye, I'm
McCartney?
done.
You didn't like the Paul McCartney song for Destiny 1?
What are you talking about? Excuse me?
Paul McCartney wrote a song about Destiny 1, and it's terrible. Don't listen to
Horrible.
it.
That's something
Like,
I need to
I will
look up
put it
later
to
on.
you like this: I have a really high tolerance for shitty music, and I could not get through that song.
That just makes me even more curious to go listen to it, to be honest. But-
You
It's one of those
waste
songs.
your-
I will say it's one of those songs that's so bad you have to listen to it once.
I guess, yeah, at least once. I mean, you might feel inspired, you might feel violated. I don't know.
Yeah, like that song.
The
Man's
world
Not
may
Hot.
never know.
You know, Tingo Pop Pop.
Yeah, when you guys are down there.
Shaq make a song
Ariel.
for, like,
Ariel, are you already down there?
Dude, I'm waiting. I'm at the door waiting.
Okay, here. Come to me, come to me. I'm gonna do the thing.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's show the
Like I
3
was
people
saying.
watching me. Hey, so the 3 people watching, if you guys never played D1, this is how people got deal with the vault of glass. Oh my
They
god!
died
He
a
failed it!
horrendous death.
He failed
He
it!
failed it.
He failed it!
No!
You see,
Basically, what he was trying to do is what we refer to as the Superman landing, and it's I guess you
man.
could call it the superhero landing. But as a Titan, you could basically do a Fist of Havoc
No,
from
no,
the very
no.
top.
Okay, I didn't know it would take away my super, to be honest, but
Did take away your
yet again.
super.
Okay.
Wow.
And
Alright,
you
well,
could
we'll wait.
land from one part to the bottom where you needed to be.
You can
Okay, fine,
land
I'll
from.
just come down normal.
It's like right
I'll just come down normal.
there somewhere. You land right around here. If done
That's what I did to
correctly.
get down here.
It's been so long. I've always just Supermaned it.
Are you still on the jumping puzzle right after the Gorgons?
Yeah, you know, Titans don't have the brain power to
I
like
always
figure it
got
out.
through that the first time. Like after the first time I ever did Vault of Glass, which it took me like 10 minutes to figure out that jumping puzzle the first time. After that, literally, first wave of platforms, I was through every single time I did Vault.
Same, dude.
Is this the jumping puzzle?
And
Why did you
like,
guys just-
Yep.
Oh, you know what? That's actually a damn
Oh, wait.
impressive shot for that.
Okay, so I think we're at
Alien.
me? Are we at me?
Yes, we are at you.
I
Okay.
guess we're at you.
I think we're at Alien, and then you.
Y'all full on cut
And then
me
me.
off.
That's
but
right,
it's
I'm sorry, Alien.
No, no, no.
Oh, actually, wait.
Dylan, Dylan.
Yeah, he
You
only
already
talked about
kept
music.
going.
No, Dylan, come on,
Be
keep going.
petty.
Come on,
Petty.
You
Dylan.
already got
No, come on, Dylan.
Come on, Petty,
No,
Petty.
come on, dude.
Y'all keep going.
No, dude, come on.
Goddamn.
We need to hear it now.
Tea.
Fucking aside from the music, I love how interactive the Vanguard was with you throughout the story as opposed to the first game. 'Cause
Yeah, the
was
Vanguard
also,
actually like played a
they're a
role.
really like nice group of NPCs that I actually like give a shit about.
Yeah, it wasn't just some
From,
side
like-
thing that you could do.
From like
It's something that
Cade
you.
to Shax,
It wasn't
was,
just
like,
someone that had some. I mean,
They were
if
just
you
like, you
like
know, this
hung
girl
around
went
in the
to-
Vanguard's room in Destiny 1 a lot, then you could hear a lot of
Cade talking.
Cade, but also like I remember there were a few points where like I was just standing next to Ikora like AFK or whatever, not really paying attention, and I just remember one moment that made me laugh particularly was I was just standing there and Ikora suddenly goes, "I can make you talk, you know," and I was just like, "Oh," and then I just kind of backed away.
That sounds sexual, dude. Ikora, man. That bald head, you know.
She's the interrogator.
I don't know, like if you sit down and like actually like just like all the NPCs in the tower in Destiny 1, like if you sit and listen to what they have to say, then there actually is a character there. Generally,
Yeah.
But that's the only way you find out is by.
That's how I, that's how I
that's
found
the
out
thing with
about.
a lot of the story behind Destiny 1 is it was buried. You had to look for it.
Well, that gave you something else to do.
But Destiny
True.
2, I do kind of like though how Destiny 2 is out in the open, just like Dylan's saying. You know, like the NPCs have personality. Maybe they should do a little bit of both with Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. Maybe have some background stuff you have to dig for, and then keep what they're doing in Destiny 2.
Oh yeah, I would definitely.
I wouldn't be mad
get
with that.
behind that.
Yeah.
You know, now remembering, I do remember one thing that I did not see in Destiny 2, that I did see a lot in Destiny 1. The factions. I haven't actually stood by them, but I know in Destiny 1, if you stood with them for long enough, the faction leaders actually talked about their stuff. And I know it wasn't until after taking King. Before taking King, I was a faithful member of Dead Orbit, the emo squad, because of the colors. Black, white, gray, you know.
Yeah,
It matches with everything, yeah. It was aesthetically pleasing. But I never sat around and looked at, like, you know, why, you know, they wanted people to join in or anything like that. Around the Taken King, when they had the exotic cloaks for each one, was when I said, hey, let me look at why are they looking for people? And that's when I found out Dead Orbit is just a bunch of pussies that want to run away. Yeah. Like, their whole message is like, oh, let's run, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, this place is gone. Like, we shouldn't be here. And I couldn't get behind that message.
I can see the logic behind it, but at the same time, I'm not running away.
No, yeah, I see the logic. Like, sure, if you can't win a fight, you run. I get that. But these guys aren't even trying to fight. They're just like, let's run. Everything, like, we've lost already before everything even started. Someone needs to stay in the middle for the shield.
Not it.
There's a shield in the middle. Someone needs to grab it.
What side's open?
I got it.
Venus is open.
I don't know, Venus is about to open, but don't worry about Venus. I got it. I can do this alone.
You got it?
Sure. I'm opening up Mars.
can go in there, I guess.
I should have a Nova by now.
In D2, I've stood by Lakshmi, and I didn't really hear much of her message. It sounded like a lot of it kind of sounded like the same shit from Destiny 1.
Yeah,
which
her
I guess
hasn't really changed much.
Which I guess is alright, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you don't really. There's nothing really new there. So honestly, they should add a little more character to like Lakshmi. I don't remember.
Really
I don't remember the other guys.
Yeah, really all we got for the faction representatives in Destiny 2 is like the little speech they give you when you first talk to them in the tower. Yeah, and they just like vaguely explain their mission.
Which would be great, you know, if, you know, most of us didn't already know that Lakshmi wants to fight everyone. Again, I don't know his name, wants to run away from everyone, and the other guy thinks that a king is the best thing in the world.
Oh no, I need light.
Stop moving, nigga.
Thank you.
I mean, I understand. Here's the thing, though. In the type of world that Destiny is, I think a king is a perfect thing. You know? Like, they're not ready for freedom in America. You know? They need monarchy.
I got my 27th Heaven Vengeance today.
Nice, nice.
In the Baltic glass, like you will.
I know, right?
So Albi, Mr. Albi, what do you like about Destiny 2?
Honestly, just the story and SMGs. That's all I like about it. Literally nothing else.
You actually like SMGs?
Yes.
You're probably the first person I've ever talked to that actually likes SMGs.
SMGs are lit. You're crazy.
Actually,
they're okay for close range crowd control, but close range crowd control isn't really my thing.
But he's a Titan. It's his thing.
Yeah, it's my thing to pretty much, you know, charge and shove my dick down your throat.
Mars a band, bruh.
I grabbed this. I don't know why you let me grab this, but I have it.
Mars?
Just hold it. It's Mars.
Yeah, Mars.
Alright, I'll open it for you guys.
Wait, is it Mars?
I'm gonna need you to hold L2 for me real quick.
It's the right side, which I think is Mars.
Yeah, it's
really
Mars.
dodging me to drop that.
And shoot this Oracle, please. Why am I the only one shooting Oracles?
No, left is Mars, not right.
Nigga, which one are you at?
We're at Mars, bro.
Mars, please.
Okay, okay.
We're out. We're out. Everybody gets in here.
Remember, don't use rockets.
Oh no, I need light. Anybody?
Can you find the middle?
Yeah, I'm in the middle. The big guy.
Oh.
No, you're in the wrong middle.
Oh no.
Wrong middle.
Oh no.
I mean, I don't really got much to say about Destiny 2, to be honest, man. This 2 isn't really
that great.
I don't know, I feel like you can just achieve stuff way too easy on Destiny.
Mars again.
I'm
there.
I'm gonna die.
You only got one person on the outside.
That's fine. You got me. You only need the one.
Hey, I believe in you.
Yeah, just take care of your shit in the middle. I got this. Oh shit, I fell. Guardian down.
Says I got this.
Nah, I'm joking. I don't die. You crazy, man? What's too good to die? Oh shit, wait.
Middle.
LB is down.
You can't do shit.
So Destiny 2, what I really liked, I actually like the activities. You know how instead of just patrols, they have activities now that you do on the patrols, essentially on the map, the free roam. I do like that.
Yeah.
I do, because it's like miniature little missions, but on the maps themselves. Like you don't have to go to orbit or whatever. I do like the faction leaders, how they have. Oh shit. I do like how they have more. It almost feels like they have more faction people, more people in Destiny 2. Even though Destiny 1, 2 just came out. You know, like they have the EDZ, they have every place has its own vendor, which I like.
Mars.
But,
Yeah.
But I feel like
and also the individual vendors are all really colorful characters. Like, Asher Mirror is the most punchable character in any video game ever. Deborah Kay is just generally awesome. I have mixed feelings about Failsafe. I would like Failsafe a lot more if she didn't have the super drab monotone voice, but still had all the same lines and everything.
No, I love Failsafe's other voice, dude. She is a fucking asshole.
Well, no, like,
Alright,
the dry, like, it's mainly just like, no discredit to the VA, but the dry, sassy
shitting me.
It's
It
just
took
kind
me
of
4 fucking years to finally get the Vex Mythoclast. Are you fucking shitting me?
Well, it took me 2 years to get the goddamn Crux of Crota so I could get that fucking Necrocast.
Wow.
You've never gotten the Vex?
Oh my god. You know what?
Can I go back a little bit on saying something?
I'm just gonna
D1 and 2?
Go for it.
Yeah. Go back. Let me see what you gotta say.
This came into the picture. I'm like upset that there's really no like Vex Myth that has to go for in D2.
True. I mean, there is the shotgun, but that thing's like a pain in the ass to get. Like, I like the drop.
Legend Acreus is like it's not up to the standard of like Vex.
Dude, you remember?
It's up to the standards. It's basically a point-blank golden gun. Like, that thing will one-shot anything in PvP.
And it multi-kills, like, if you're close together, it'll
No, how many shotguns in the game can one-shot a Titan out of his Fist of Havoc?
Almost every shotgun.
That's the only one.
Fist of Havoc regardless.
Dude, almost every shotgun can one-shot a Fist of Havoc. Mid-Fist of Havoc in midair.
Really? I want to do a raid with you.
Dude.
Like, as far as I know, I don't use shotguns.
Yo,
so.
alright, so, what is... Yeah, we're going to Crota. Who's...
Alright, I need to go to the tower.
Albie.
My Vex.
Yeah.
Alright, take us to the tower.
I want to get the...
I'm gonna say it like this. The first gun that I was able to one-shot a Fist of Havoc Titan out of it was one day that I was on Spike's account because he needed me to do something for him. And he had that super OP Fellswinter's Live. And mid Death from Above, I shot this Titan. I thought I was gonna die, but I wanted to get my hit in anyway. And he died. Now I'm gonna assume this Titan had...
That Titan probably wasn't... Number one, Fellwinter's Lie, so already you're using an overpowered gun.
Exactly. So there's
Number
one.
two, that Titan probably wasn't using the perk that makes them pretty much impossible to kill.
Yeah, the max armor.
So he was a stupid Titan.
Well, he had the Helm of Inmost Light. So I'm pretty sure he was using Headstrong. I'm pretty sure they're on the same tree.
But we're talking about Destiny 2 though.
No, Destiny 1.
No,
this is Destiny 1.
I was talking, like, when I was saying Legend of Acreus is the only shotgun that can one-shot a Titan out of Fist of Havoc, I'm talking Destiny 2.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Acreus
Maybe.
is not in Destiny 1.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I thought you meant in general.
No, I haven't actually because like, why would I be?
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The point being is that there aren't many shotguns that can one-shot a Titan out of a Fist of Havoc.
There's not many things besides Golden Gun. The only thing I can think of besides Golden Gun that can
Nova Bomb
one-shot a Titan.
Every other
yeah,
super?
Nova Bomb could probably do it, or Legend of Acreus. Those are just about the only things I can think of that could.
But see, that's kind of situational. I don't know.
Like, yeah, that's a situational thing.
It is situational, yes, but like that's kind of what exotics are for in Destiny 2. They have a very specific niche that they fill.
Yeah, but for me, the exotics in Destiny 2, I don't feel anything when I get them. I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not that great.
Like another
they're
exotic.
not that great.
I mean, the only
I like the Vector Cannon.
I mean, the Victor Cannon was my first exotic, and I was just like,
it's more fun.
This?
It's not a great shotgun, but it's fun. You know? So, like...
See, like, there's no, like, Monte Carlo, there's no, like, Suros, there's none of these guns that, like...
There's a hard light.
When you're like, I gotta get...
Yeah, but hard light, no one
I've
really
got, like,
ever
6 hard lights.
Yeah, no one ever really used hard light.
Wait. Look, hard light in D2 is a lot better than hard light in D1. You can actually see the bounce. The bounce is actually... Not only is the bounce actually there, the damage... There's almost no damage fallout from those bullets bouncing around.
So I'm right now defending the fucking hard... Are you shitting me right now?
Yes, I'm fucking defending Hardlight because I actually like fucking Hardlight. Because I busted some nice ass with Hardlight in both Destiny 1 and Destiny 2.
Busted nice ass, huh?
Hell yeah. Yours included if fucking, you know, we ever get private matches.
Wait, did the Mytho never get brought
Listen,
up,
my boy.
It's not if we ever get private matches. They have said that we're going to get private matches. They explicitly said that it will happen early next year.
I don't know why they didn't just drop that from jump.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
They were probably more focused on making sure that the rest of the game works and getting Destiny 2 released on time.
I mean, other games come with their private matches with like no issue.
Well, yeah, but those are games developed by companies that have been making one FPS game every year for the past decade and a half.
Wait, come out. Didn't Bungie make, what's that game called? Shit, it starts with an H. It was only on Xbox. Fucking Halo. For how many years they made Halo?
Matches from
Exactly. I mean, they did.
Got it, guys. I got it.
The Vex Meta class?
Warlock Magic.
Warlock Magic. Using the Necrochasm for this raid.
Same.
Excuse me.
Hey, but wait, no rockets, guys. Remember, no rockets.
Get brought up to year 3, or am I losing mine?
Yeah, it did, but we didn't do the year 3 raid.
Well, you know what? I did it a couple times, but I never got one to drop. That's what it is.
Okay, so
I'm still using this. Don't care.
Is it alright if I make a couple of statements real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
No, go away.
It's just, hey guys, can we stop interrupting people?
I mean, I didn't.
You talk about the video.
So, I'm gonna go back with the storyline of the two so far. In D1, the vanilla storyline was mostly about the fact you had the stranger EXO that never made any kind of appearance or really any kind of reference to after the fact.
Yeah, she was in what, 2 story missions?
I can't believe they never brought her back or talked about her or did anything.
Should have.
So
they
here's
should
the thing.
Probably signed a contract
Here's the thing with D2.
Wait, don't leave yet, please.
In D1, to find out about most of the lore, you had to go to the Grimoire store, and it's not that was necessarily a bad thing. It's just that not a whole lot of people, i.e., someone like myself, had time to actually dig deep into the Grimoire storyline to learn about the lore behind all of that stuff. In D2, you could literally run a free roam and just go and find everything on a planet to scan to learn about the lore or to learn about secrets of that planet or things that had been done. I.e., if you go to Nessus, you learn that one of the gates has been tampered with to have exos be able to pass through. And Ghost says, why would an exo want to pass through a Vex gate? So that could be taken as one of 2 ways. Either they're referencing Cade, which we already knew about, or they're talking about the Stranger, which, if they were talking about Cade, why wouldn't he say, why would, we know Cade wanted to go through. It said, why would an exo want to pass through a gate? Like, what could possibly be gained through tampering with the gate like this? Which makes me believe that they're talking about the exo. So being able to actually advance through the lore and learn about each planet and things like that, to me was so much better than the Grimoire cards that you had to find through certain things, because that means that I didn't have to actually dig deep to find the lore pages. I could learn it throughout the game. The story was actually pretty consistent with itself, as in the entire base of D2 going through the Red Legion was all about the Red Legion, and then the Curse of Osiris was, okay, so, hey guys, we defeated the Red Legion, there's still some remnants of that shit, but by the way, we found some stuff out on Mercury that has to do with Osiris. The one thing that I did not really care for with Curse of Osiris was that, I think somebody already mentioned this, and I don't really remember who. They said that what we met through Osiris, we already knew. Everything about Osiris, we already knew through Destiny 1. There was no new information. We didn't learn why he got disbarred from the Vanguard. Like, what exactly did he do that made the Vanguard get rid of him and bring in Zavala and make Ikora the Warlock leader for the Vanguard and make Zavala the leader of the Vanguards and, you know, and the Titan, and then, you know, what, like, where did Cade come from? Was he part of the Vanguard when Osiris was there?
No.
And maybe that's why he's like he was, like, so there wasn't really a whole lot that explained Osiris with the Vanguard.
You're gonna fucking throw me over the cliff, motherfucker.
Okay, real quick,
Osiris was just
real
like,
quick.
hey guys, I'm back. Here's my ghost. Find me. Here's the Infinite Forest. I'm taking it over. Story's done and over with. So it pretty much reminded me of The Dark Below. It was a very short storyline. Didn't explain a whole lot, but it did follow a consistency with the original storyline, and that's what I did like on that.
Vesper.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I did acquire the No Land Beyond, so we can do that that challenge.
We're not. And let me tell you why.
Ariel, what was that weapon you were wanting to get and you haven't
Apparently, I had a shit ton of marks just laying around, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll just buy it.
What's that?
Kratos Revenge.
Kratos Revenge. We're not doing that. To piggyback off of what you said, Chef, Cade wasn't part of it. Cade lost a bet, and to, I believe it was his friend who was the former Vanguard hunter for the Hunters.
Okay.
That dude died, and then, you know, Cade had to take his place.
Okay, well, my point being,
I want to say that the lore
behind you actually had to dig deep behind that. I like learning about the lore throughout the game, finding stuff to scan. I do not like the fact that my character does not talk. I liked him having an actual personality.
They kind of turned that into a running. They kind of turned it into a joke for Destiny 2.
Yeah, they did.
They kind of turned it into a joke that your character just doesn't get a word in.
Right.
He almost did.
I don't.
Or she.
I don't like the remade classes. Like, Voidwalker is still pretty good for the Warlock, at least. I'm basing this off of my Warlocks. Voidwalker is still really good, and the Stormcaller is actually better than D1 because it's not nerfed to the ground already. It's actually like a very well balanced subclass. They completely ruined Sunsingers. I don't agree.
Well, it's not Sunsinger anymore. It's a completely different thing. That's the point of it.
And I understand, like, okay, we wanted to change the Sunsinger to make it different, but
they didn't want to have to self-revive anymore.
Yeah, that was really the main.
That to me is just, it's dumb. Like, why would you take that away from a class that's pretty much, it's the clutch of any fire team? Like, oh shit, we all died.
That's probably exactly why Bungie didn't want it, is because they don't want it to be like, oh, we need a Warlock with self-res. They don't want people to be doing that kind of thing.
I can understand,
you know how you
like,
could solo orcs with the Warlock?
If you want to, you know, have a character that, like, you know, oh, I actually have to use my super now instead of saving it. But at the same time, like, I feel like there were so many different other perks to the Warlock with Sunsinger that you can use aside from being a self-revivable Warlock. Like, case in point, they changed the Sunbreakers and made them Sunbracers. Like, whoop-de-fucking do? They don't do anything. It's literally the worst subclass in the game. Like, why would you completely change something and make it, like,
broken to
useless?
the bad?
Absolutely useless.
That's what they did with the Thunder Titans in terms of bubbles. Like, no one uses a bubble ever.
Which is weird because I think there's so many different, like...
It was rare to see, at least in PvP, in Destiny 1, but...
Why do they even still have it? Why do they even still have it? Like, no one does it. If they broke it, they destroyed it. And I guess I get why. Oh, really? Push me off.
Oh shit, I didn't make it. I'm not gonna make it. I died. I fucking died.
Someone landed on my head and then pushed me off. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you take subclasses and completely get rid of them and change them, and break them? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
I think they made strikers better because you can slam multiple times.
Oh, I love my strider. I would argue that the Arc Strider is more fun to play than Blade Dancer was in a lot of ways.
Man, wait. You're kind of. You hated Blade Dancer, dude. But you hated Blade Dancer.
No, I never said I hated Blade Dancer.
Pretty sure you.
Like for year 3, Destiny, Rise of Iron, I've made Blade Dancer.
Okay.
Like
I like Arrow's Vampire build in D1.
You see, I never ran the Vampire build.
That build was overpowered as fuck.
I did not care about running Vampire build or anything. I like Blade Dancer because it was focused on evasion above anything else and moving faster than your enemy.
That's a Blade Dancer build. That's
I mean, so what I like about D2 is I like the fact that we were put into a position where we were actually vulnerable, where we weren't like this overpowered, player. Like, we actually had to worry about death at some point in time, and then, the NPCs that we were with, they also had to worry about death. And it's like, there was a thing of like, what would happen if the Guardians lost their light? Like, oh shit, like, we didn't even think it was possible, like, so I like that there was a side to that. I like the story and the consistency behind it. I like most of the weapons that were pretty smooth to use. I don't really care for the fact that, actually this is something I really don't like. I don't like that there's not an exotic weapon for the raid, like what they were talking about with the
where it drops.
Even like the Crux of Crota, I kept going back to Crota's end specifically to get a Crux, and that's what kept me coming back to it, because RNG does not love me at all. Like, I am one of the worst people in the world, probably up there with Duke as far as luck of the draw goes. It took me like almost 2 years to get a Crux of Crota after they dropped it, and after they made it, like, even after they made it completely non-consistent. There was no point to have it. It was stuck at 170, but I still didn't get one until 2 years after the fact. Like, I actually, I played Crota that much, but it was because it kept me coming back. There was a reason. With the Leviathan raid, and with, Callus, with the new,
everything's so guaranteed.
Well, yeah, with the new clan update, there's no reason to really grind. I don't have to sit and play for 3 or 4 or 5 hours a day to try and get stuff that I want. I can get on for an hour, get some shit that I like, and call it a good day.
There's no real sense of RNG in Destiny 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's kind of something that I've been thinking about Destiny 2 for a while.
Except for Bright
Destiny
Ingram.
1 was more of an MMO, Destiny 2 was more of a shooter. That's really what it boils down to.
And that's what I don't like about it, is that they completely changed the fact that you guys made a game that was supposed to be, an FPS MMORPG, and you took the RPG element out of it and made it into an FPS MMO. And to me, I kind of feel like you took, instead of going forward, you took like 2 steps back. And that to me was like, I don't see a reason why.
Yeah. There's stuff that they could have.
How quiet it is back here. Go downstairs, it's all loud. Sorry. Just put it out.
No, yeah.
You could have taken every single thing that you did in D1, looked at it, and said, how can we bring this into the new game?
Yeah, why? Like, I don't see why they thought they had to take it out.
You can make it, Ariel.
See,
you can make it.
You want to know what my biggest disappointment was? And this was like, I still can't get over it.
D2 is still a very young game. I mean, we're in the Dark Below series, and the Dark Below, in my opinion, was probably maybe the weakest of the expansions aside from House of Wolves. House of Wolves only because there was no, like, raid.
Even so, though, people still grinded for Stolas, you know?
Yeah, Stolas was, you know, pretty
it was an
decent.
accomplishment.
Yeah,
Like, people had a hard time getting that shit done. I love to help people get it done. That was fun.
Yeah.
She already went out.
Figured out.
Okay.
Once you figured out how to actually beat it and damn it. Damn, we got fucked.
Yeah, we did.
Hey, can we not all run? You know, let's all run together. I mean, can we not just
Hey, let's be fair. Me and Albie died right off the bat, so. You know.
Yeah, I kind of teabagged Michael a little extra hard.
I was in for a while, and then I got confused on where the totem was, and I.
Let's go.
See, you know, my problem though, like, I felt unmotivated, like, jumping straight into Destiny 2. Just for the fact of, like, how all this work that we did on Destiny 1, and then it completely slate you.
I don't see that as a bad thing, though.
Why they did that. No, they have to, though.
Well, at the same time,
I would feel that
kind
way
of part
if they did not let me keep my character. Like, if I had to make a brand new character, I probably would have been a little less, or a little more reluctant to play D2. But the fact that they were like, hey, bring your character and all of the way that it looks that you want in D2, I was like, okay, they're basically pulling off, like, what I would call a Dead Island move. Your character that you had, and the way that it looks, and the way that it feels, coming into, is coming in with but everything's changing, and that to me makes a little bit of sense.
yeah, like the whole you're losing everything is kind of part of the motivation behind the story of Destiny 2 is Gaul took everything from us, let's go get it back.
Yeah, like, hey,
but let's get it back.
I mean, don't you think, like, once you get back to the tower, you could at least get your ship back?
No. Look.
Well, the tower kind of got destroyed along with all this stuff in it. Yeah, I'll take this just pile of rubble. Yeah, that's useful.
The thing is this, it's like every other RPG. Like, from Kingdom Hearts 1 to 2, you don't take all your shit, you know? Fucking at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, you're not even playing as fucking Sora. And even when you get fucking Sora, you barely get fucking ability that you had in Kingdom Hearts 1. Fucking Doggo, you can.
It makes sense to me that they would set it up like that.
Yeah, Metroid was the same way.
The story a little bit different to where, you know, that didn't have to happen.
No, dude, it has to happen to evolve the game. Like, you lose all your old shit. Yeah. You're coming into a new, a new system, new sandbox.
For example, okay,
how many games, like...
No, hold on. Let's lose
well,
our old
really,
shit,
that's...
Why can't
I
they
can
still
understand
bring
why
back
you would
Destiny 1
think... Okay, Albie, I can understand why you would think that is something that, like, keeping all your old stuff. I can see why you would want that in a shooter, but for an RPG, there's literally no RPG series that does that.
Well, okay, I can get past that. Like, that's not my main problem. It's just
Did it happen in Mass Effect?
I don't know. I never played Mass Effect.
They brought the same traits back. What are you talking about?
Oh, see, I don't know.
You start the new Mass Effect game, you start off at level 1.
No. If you play Mass Effect 1 and then go... Well, no. Sorry, from 2 to 3, yes. But from 1 to 2... It's different, but from 2 to 3, like for example, all the levels that I had for like my frags and stuff like that, or like whatever stuff was, and I still have the same character again in Mass Effect 3, those traits are up to the 4th tier as they were in Mass Effect 2.
So what do you have to grind?
New traits.
Mass Effect is also a lot more narrative driven than Destiny, though. Like, it's more narrative driven than a lot of RPGs, honestly.
Well, think of it this way, like, Dead Island. From Dead Island to Dead Island Riptide. If you had a character in Dead Island and he was max level, and you had all of the skill traits of it, you could literally bring that character into Riptide, and it would have all of the skill traits that you already had from the previous game. But all of your weapons were completely gone, so you had to start everything over from scratch. New modifications, new weapons, you had to bring an entire new build. And for the most part, all of the enemies that you fought against were all level based. So even if you were level 60 at max level from that island, all the enemies that you were fighting were like 55 and 55 to 60, or 55 to 65. So it wasn't like you were without, a challenge. Plus, again, you didn't have the weapons that you had. So to me, it was, pretty similar. You had to find new weapons, you had to, find your light again, and you had to bring your subclasses back to light. But my problem was, like, why did you have to change the subclasses you had? Why did you have to go from a Sunsinger to a Dawnblade? Or from...
Well, I think a large part of it, that specifically, is because they just wanted to replace the classes that had the lowest pick rate in PvP.
And
Wait, time out. The lowest pick rate? How, dude? Everybody used fucking Blade Dancer. Everybody used fucking...
Well, okay.
A lot of people use self-res.
I think for Blade Dancer, it was more an issue of
the invisibility.
The super was considered to be one of the weakest supers for PvP.
Really?
Which it was not. It was not. It was just what people seemed to think.
I mean, you could get wrecked pretty quickly, and it didn't have any armor protection, but
it had some armor protection.
Well, I mean,
no, like the thing with
time, you could argue that the Stormcaller could have been the weakest because even if you were in super mode, you could be taken down easily with a gun. Sometimes.
True.
Like not in my experience, but then again, I ran with No Land Beyond and the sidearm, neither of which is good for dealing with.
Times an arc blade, like I would shoot at an arc blade and it would have the same fucking defense as a goddamn Titan in fucking, Fist of Havoc mode. I could not kill one to save my life.
If that Titan was running the Fist of Havoc build that Titans never ran, then yeah.
What I'm saying is that the only reason that the Stormcrawler's got a nerf is because people were bitching about it so much. Like, oh, it lasts too long and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry that you have something to bitch about the Warlock now. Like, I'm sorry that your pussy-ass fucking Fist of Havoc Titan can't stand up against, a fucking Stormcrawler or your fucking Arcblade, which has
why you gotta bring Arcblade, man? Like, leave us alone, man.
Or whatever build you're using.
Sunsinger was not really used in PvP though. Sunsinger was not really used in PvP.
Yeah, Sunsinger didn't get used.
Sunsinger was really only used in Trials, and that's because you had the self-revive.
It was used for self-resurrection. Like, that's what people used Sunsinger for.
Once people realized that there was like a 1.5 second delay from detonating your super, and you could stand right by them and shoot them with a shotgun and they'd be dead, like, it became useless.
We're starting?
Yeah.
Everybody ready?
So the only thing we're doing in Crota is just not using rockets on Crota. That's the only real modifier.
Rockets.
Really? So I'm playing with Sparta for no reason.
I mean, I'm
yeah, it's
you said on Crota.
It's me.
Oh no, we're adding challenges, guys. We're not like getting ready.
Hey, someone come get the sword. Someone come get the sword.
I got it.
Go. It's not built yet. Wait, there you go.
I got it, man. I know how to do the raid.
Look at him.
And that's one thing that I've got. I don't think I'll ever get used to. And between D1 and D2, regardless of whatever I'm playing.
Bro, come here. Where are you going?
When there is a raid that's out, that has been out for, let's say, I don't know, 2-3 months, and I get into a party with a bunch of raiders, and 3 to 4 people still don't know how to do the raid, like, what the fuck's up with that?
Why'd I do that?
Gosh, Julian.
See, I understand.
At some point in time,
I understand the people who sit there and they're like, oh, I don't want to know, like, about the encounter until I get there. But those people are usually like, those are people that are usually like receptive to like the information to the basic of what they need to do. You know, like.
Yeah.
But there are people who are like, oh no, I don't know what to do. But they've played the raid 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking times.
People disgust me.
And they still don't seem to be able to grasp that you cannot do certain things in the raid. Either one of you guys grab that sword and come across now.
Well, my thing is like
and they
dude,
probably
like,
still
the
eat
raid's
blue.
been out for 3 or 4 months. How
Go
do you
across the
not
bridge.
understand
And
the strategy of what you're supposed to do? Like, that baffles me.
And the blue knight, press slam him. Just hit him with the sword.
That's the problem with having casuals in Destiny 2 is that this isn't a game meant for casuals. This is a game meant for hardcore players.
At least raiding isn't meant for casuals.
Yeah, raiding is definitely not meant for casuals. Everything else, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
Well, except for
everything
trials.
else
That's not,
at least has level of accessibility.
If you want to strictly dedicate yourself to Crucible, by all means, go ahead. Crucible is actually, in my opinion, Crucible is actually really balanced.
Yeah, that's what Bungie was intending for Destiny 2, was for Crucible to be better balanced.
And
that way they can do
one of the things
MLG.
that I saw, aside from auto rifles doing massive fucking work,
yeah,
it's actually
except for
like,
auto rifles, Crucible is really well balanced.
I mean, you can use other guns though to counter those, and that's what. Like,
yeah, you can use other guns and still do well. Like if you're good with the guns that you're using, yeah, you can outgun an auto rifle. A lot of, like that.
Switch with me. Go. Yeah, go.
You can use
the SMG that I have pretty much tears you up with Crucible rifle.
Oh yeah, there's
you're
like
gonna have to jump across.
Kinetic damage SMG that is kind of ridiculous right now, but
I think it's like the Eddie or whatever it is. I forget what that's called.
Athena D or something like that.
Yeah, the Athena.
But anyway,
yeah, blue one, right?
Besides, like, one or two guns that, like, you know, Uriel's gift was the one that everyone was bitching about for like the last 3 months. Like, oh my god, right? You know, that's a YouTuber thing, but you can easily counter that if you know how to use certain weapons. Like, if
like Mida.
You know how to
counter with a Mida.
Take a plate on the side, but I hit the button.
Not even a Mida, dude. You can counter with a fucking, you know, other auto rifle.
Antiope.
Any scout rifle.
I mean, you can counter it with like. You can counter it with anything that you're good with, really. It just depends on. It depends on how well you know what situations you use your gun.
Yeah, it's not my fault that, you know, casual gamers are all picking weapons that YouTubers are like, hey, this is the good gun, it'll make you better.
Get on the thing.
Guardian down.
Yeah.
And then Dylan on the thing as well.
Someone died. Who died?
It wasn't a warlock.
No, we gotta wait for it.
I mean, I've been dead if, you know, if that's a thing.
I don't know. Maybe it was just shouting out that you were dying.
I don't know why they got rid of 66.
Another thing that I did like
is there a
how they
logical
added,
reason?
I like
To make
how
it more
they
competitive.
added, like, the adventures, which were actually, like, they were the comparison of the story missions that we did. Or, like, the
that's one thing I do like.
And I like how, with First Osiris, they added the heroic adventures.
Which is no joke.
But with that, you were like, alright, sweet, so these heroic adventures, they have modifiers, which is everybody come with the sword.
Thing is, though, is I kind of feel like the patrol areas are way smaller in Destiny 2. Not way smaller, but they're.
I would argue the opposite. I think
I
bigger.
would argue the opposite also. There's a shitload
certain
of space in
places.
Destiny.
Well, certain places.
Like, dude, Nessus? Holy shit.
Nessus is huge.
Oh, God damn it.
And it has 2 fucking
Yeah,
like.
but Titan though.
Titan isn't big.
Yeah,
Titan is really
Titan's
small.
small.
But Titan's the old. Okay, and I guess you could say Mercury is really small as well, but honestly,
Mercury, that's the one
point
thing
of Mercury is the
Mercury
Infinite
was
Forest,
very
which is.
If you're gonna make such a big deal about literally the former leader of the Vanguard and an entire planet that's been taken by the Vex, why limit yourself to, you know, like a quarter of what Titan was, or half of what Titan was?
Michael.
Part of why Titan, or why Mercury, I mean, was so small was specifically because they were emphasizing the Infinite Forest, and like they feel like they could have done.
Right, and in all
they could have
honesty,
done a lot more with the
if you have the Infinite Forest, why are you restricting us from going in there if we're not doing a fucking activity. Like, you can't go into the Infinite Forest if you're not if you're not doing an activity.
Alright, everybody off your plates, grab a sword, and slam.
And that's like,
I'll be here guarding the grid. There's an orb.
Well, why limit the fact that you have an entire planet to explore if you can't explore that entire planet unless you're doing, a heroic strike or, some, a sword mission on it. Like, why is that the case?
Well, supposedly it's supposed to change every time you go in, but I've only seen like 2 or 3.
I've gone through it.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be
6 times now, and it's the same layout.
Nah, I've seen two different layouts.
The final destination. So I have done the hive one. You have to beat the hive at the very end. I have been in 2 different places where you have to defend a marker from the hive.
So the end place is different, but not...
The end places are different.
Well, I mean, it just makes sense that it's like that from a game design standpoint. Like, if you had the path there be RNG the whole way, it would be such a piece of shit, and it would be impossible to do.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be kind of like No Man's Sky, how, there's, infinite different types of planets.
Well, yeah, in No Man's Sky, there's like, there's a billion fucking planets. It's like, yeah, except they're all the fucking same.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it would be really difficult for Bungie to make the adventures be truly RNG. Like, it would be really difficult for them to do.
Shit.
I mean, like I said, like, obviously, there are some things that we still have to wait for. Like, D1, how long was it before we didn't really have a reason to complain about D1? You know what I mean? Like, Dark Below,
a couple years, about a year and a half.
The community bitched up a storm about Dark Below, and then when House of Wolves came out, we were like, man, okay, but I still have a lot to complain about. And then TTK came out, and we were like, holy shit, this is awesome. Oh, but all of our weapons that we grinded for over the last year are completely useless? Like, what the fuck?
That kind of pissed me off, yeah.
And then, we bitched about that for a while, and then Oryx was glitchier than Crota. And we made fun of that. We actually didn't bitch so much about that.
I don't know, I think for a lot of people...
used the lag switch, and then he would just stop.
Oh, that's right, we gotta kill the,
I think for a lot of people, Destiny 1 versus Destiny 2 is I think a lot of people just kept expecting Destiny to get better, and so they kept toughing it out. And then Destiny 2 comes along, and they get rid of all the improvements, and so they're like, okay, well, fuck, I'm not going to wait for it to get better again.
Yeah, like I said,
that's a large part of it is...
D2, they kind of took, they kind of went from, this is where we're at, and this is where we should be, to... we kind of took 2 steps back, and we didn't learn any fucking thing from...
Well, I want to say I heard somewhere that Destiny 2 started being developed shortly after the Taken King, I think?
Yeah, they were... yeah. But that doesn't mean that they couldn't still have implemented it, like, hey, look what
Wait a second, wait a second.
I'm not saying that. Like, I'm saying that...
The thing is,
a lot of the foundation of Destiny 2 is, like, Taken King or pre-Taken King Destiny, which admittedly a lot of the improvements from Rise of Iron they could have implemented, and I don't know why they didn't.
But the thing is, there's a lot of people stuck with Destiny 1 though, because, even though it sucked here and there and that people kept bitching every time the DLC came out, they stuck with it because they knew it was going to keep getting better. With Destiny 2 though, it's like, okay, yeah, we know it's going to get better, but do we want to start back from square one? Like...
Yeah. And I can understand that, and I personally don't really care that way, because as I said before, I still enjoy playing the game.
Yeah, and I can sympathize with it. It's like, why do we want to be a part of something that was good for what we had, but then completely fucked up and changed? Like, why do we want to be a part of that? It's like, well, we're a part of it because we are initially the ones that basically started the whole thing. And we almost have, I hate to say this, but we almost have a responsibility to see this through, good or bad.
But here's the thing, though. What if Destiny 3 comes out, though, and they undo all the things that they did right in Destiny 2? Are they just going to keep doing that?
Here's my thing. Hopefully, they'll learn from their mistake.
We can't know that they're going to do that.
They'll go the way that, kind of like World of Warcraft is going, and that they won't release Destiny 3. They will just keep releasing expansions upon.
I kind of doubt that's going to happen because the deal Bungie has with Activision is like 4 games or something.
It's
10 years. It's a 10-year contract.
Yeah, I want to say it's like 4 games over 10 years.
Wait, no, they said it.
They've got.
They said how the deal works already. It's supposed to be every year a new game had content. This is why Taken King was so big. The same reason Rise of Iron was so big and so game-changing. It's supposed to be a different game, but they just simplified it a little bit and sold it for a better price than just DLC price. So the next thing will either be another game, Destiny 3, or a big DLC. Which is the way that that's how they're supposed to make it work. Because Destiny is such a big game, with so many different things.
It's a AAA title.
Yeah.
And good or bad, it's always going to be talked about because it's Bungie, it's Activision, it's a huge AAA title. And that,
we're going.
Yeah.
So.
I can understand, in that aspect that, no rockets.
I see one rocket. I'm dead.
Better not be no rockets.
Okay, so Pumpkinhead is glitched out in the past.
Year 1.
Like, literally always.
Opens up your shooting at him, remember?
Alright, shoot him down.
Oh yeah.
Shoot him down, shoot him down. Whee, that's a wipe.
Oh. You know what? Screw challenges. I'm using a fucking rocket. Challenges be damned.
I mean, the challenge was for Crota himself. Like the rest of the raid, whatever, use a rocket if you want.
No, we're at Crota himself now.
What do you want me to do?
Does that mean I can use a fucking rocket to take down the Oversoul?
But you can't use a rocket to take out the Oversoul. Just use fucking...
Is that?
Just use, what's it called? Wait, I got it right here. Sleeper Stimulant.
Yeah, Sleeper
I got it
Sleeper
right
will
here.
do it. I mean, honestly, there are so many things you can use that aren't rocket launchers that get the job done just fine.
I'm using a Mytho class, so no exotic for me. I'm using the Mytho.
Oh my god. Hey, you guys.
Literally all the people in this ND2 race.
Oh my.
Let me see.
No, and no. And no.
Let's have a serious discussion about something that I do not like. At first I didn't like about Destiny 2. And that is shaders.
Why do you
The shaders in Destiny 2 are expensive to use. You have to go work for it. Nobody wants to.
Sorry guys. Sorry guys.
I mean, you get them so often, dude, that you don't even notice it.
No. It's not like what you get. It's how much they cost when you add them to your fucking shit. Like,
yeah, why they cost Glimmer to apply, I'm not really sure.
you know, D1, you just put a fucking shader and call it a day.
Yeah, the shaders are shitty. Yeah, that's stupid.
I mean,
but they cost so much, dude.
I mean, my biggest problem with shaders is the fact that you have a limited inventory for them. Otherwise, I'm fine with the system as it is.
I don't like how much it fucking costs, dude. It costs fucking a lot for that shit to go on a fucking legendary item.
Yeah, like it shouldn't cost. I don't think it should cost Glimmer to just apply a different cosmetic. I don't see that. Like, it shouldn't cost Glimmer for that. Especially, like, the legendary shaders, those are stupidly expensive.
Yeah.
Like,
alright, knock him down.
Down. There's something, those rumors up there.
Oh shit. Oh.
Knock him down. Any minute now. My sword's about to disappear. Is it gone?
So...
I don't understand right now.
Milo, do you want to come out?
I'm in shock and awe about this Oversoul business.
Do you want me to let Milo out?
Like, that Oversoul just took like 4 Gallahorn shots. I don't understand.
No, motherfucker, I just said don't
rocket launchers have never worked very well for the Oversoul.
Exactly, what the fuck are you doing?
Rocket. This is a no rocket challenge.
I need y'all to pull out, you know, snipers or something for that Oversoul, thank you.
You know what does work on the Oversoul?
Anyone who's running Hunter in there, so let's do a Nighthawk. That's...
I've been using Necromancer on it. I thought it would work.
Yeah, so that, well, no, you only got...
Necromancer. That's a classic Diablo.
I'm using the Necromancer.
Icebreaker.
Okay, so wait, so let's kind of wrap up the podcast in a sense. What are some things that you guys think that they should, or that they should really do to really make Destiny 2 the game it should be?
Bring back a lot of the D1 guns.
No. Bring back my Blade Dancer.
I'd rather not have guns run down, honestly.
Same.
I'd rather have them do...
I have a thing with like
honestly, they need to take what they have and make it less bad. Like that's
and how did they, and how did they do that though?
I don't know. I'm not Bungie.
Ultimately, I want them to bring back a reason to keep playing every week. Like,
yeah,
you guys remember?
They need to add more. They need to add more replay value. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
You know what they really need to do is they need to fix the raid rewards. That's my opinion.
My thing is
like
raid
part of it for sure, but
raid rewards and like
the
weekly quests and exotic engrams coming from them, like exotic quests. Those were always one of my favorite things to do.
Shoot him!
We're shooting him and the goddamn Oversoul.
And it didn't work, okay.
Does the Oversoul happen every time?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it takes
You know what they need to do? All they literally need to do is make it so that way there's a raid, legendary, and then maybe make it to where the raid weapons have their own perks that are different and unique. And
they do though. Ambitious Assassin
isn't a perk that you find out. It's a perk that you find in other guns though. Pretty sure you can find Ambitious Assassin.
You can only get Ambitious Assassin in
the raid
weapons.
All right.
Yeah, only from raid.
But are the raid weapons much better?
Does health not regenerate in this?
I mean, I think kind of the point.
Unless you have the
like once again, kind of the main focus Bungie had with Destiny 2 was making the PvP a lot better balanced, and having raid weapons be significantly better than non-raid weapons is the exact opposite of that.
If you're gonna focus strictly, like not necessarily strictly, but if you're gonna make more of your focus of a fucking RPG game, PvP based,
yeah, like they focused the shooter aspects more than the RPG aspects. What they need to do is they need to add in the RPG aspects again.
Exactly. Bring back more of the RPG aspects and the goddamn PvP flow.
Alright, somebody want to take the chalice back?
I don't. I think it's balanced enough to where we don't need it anymore. Like, you're fine, leave it alone.
bring back RPG shit because I'm tired of not being able to grind for what I want.
Oh, no.
The thing is this. Unfortunately, the minute that they start fucking around with the RPG aspect, they're going to touch the PvP because for whatever reason they haven't figured out a way to separate PvP from PvE. Even though they say they have, they're still, you know, it's still under the same shit. Anything they do to a gun in PvE is gonna affect the gun in PvP. Even though they have figured out ways to like manage it in certain aspects of the game, like, you know, the fucking
He followed me. Holy shit!
I saw that. Oh fuck.
the hand cannon you get from Future Warcraft, the one that drops a little nade on people and it blows up after a little while. That shit is not nowhere near as good in PvP as it is in PvE. That shit should be a lot better in PvE and PvP. But that's besides the point because of the high ass impact on all this other shit.
Before the sword bearer comes out.
They should have Cabal, Major, and Ultra like perks on the raid weapons.
Yeah,
like
that's yeah, I agree with that. Again, not everybody will agree with me.
But they should make it to where the raid drops stuff that makes the raid easier to do. You know, so that way you have a reason to keep coming back to
do the hard raid.
Once again, we've had this discussion before. Do we need things to make Leviathan easier to do?
For the hard Leviathan, yeah, sure. Because sometimes it's kind of a bitch.
I mean, the prestige Leviathan isn't something you're supposed to do for loot, though. It's something you're supposed to do for prestige.
What? No. So then there's no reason to fucking do it. Just look. People used to go back and do. Wait, let me finish. Wait, let me finish.
Done it, as I
so
said,
what? Nobody fucking cares if someone's done it. When it comes down to it, no one really cares. Oh, fucking whoop! You did the fucking prestige raid. Great job.
Well,
what do you get from it?
Done the
But what did you get from it? But what did you get from it?
Did you get an exotic?
You see, that's kind of where I think this just falls into the category of I am in the target audience for this game and no one else here is.
Well, like my thing is to get the Necromancer, you need to do the prestige mode of Crota to get the Crux. You need to do the hard mode, and that was the only way you could get it.
The only way you can get the Fatebringer is if you beat a certain encounter in the hard Butt of Glass. So on and so forth. To get certain guns in King's Fall, you have to do the hard version of King's Fall for those guns. To get certain type of guns, you know, certain gun types in Wrath of the Machine, you needed to do certain, you know, you needed to do the hard to get those weapons.
Can do the encounter and get it over.
Yeah, can we do the encounter, please?
Right. Well, I think
Let's all do the raids,
I think once again, there's a reason that Bungie isn't
for us,
calling prestige mode of Leviathan hard mode. It's not hard mode raid; it's prestige mode raid. Like,
I don't like prestige.
But what's the
But now
point?
you're just basically mixing up Call of Duty with Destiny, and this wasn't supposed to be fucking Call of Duty.
Exactly.
Now it's just Call of Destiny.
They need a hard mode raid.
There's
not
no
a prestige
point.
mode raid.
Wait, don't start it yet. There's no point in saying like, oh, okay, yeah, I beat the, you know, this raid. Again, is what did you get? There was so much emphasis on loot in the beginning of the game. We lost all our fucking loot. You know? We lost all of our shit. We're doing all these things so we can get more shit, basically. Where's the more shit we get from the hard raid? It's not fucking there.
If you even look at the trailer for Destiny 2, they're like, let's do it for the loot!
Exactly!
Where's
where's the one to actually, whoa, this thing came in here.
It's not that there isn't enough loot. It's
there
that
isn't enough
the
loot
that we get isn't as rewarding as it should.
Exactly.
I'm not denying that.
It's not necessarily not as rewarding. It's just it's so easy to get that you don't need.
Yeah, it's so easy to get that it's not as rewarding. That's what I'm saying.
Beginning.
And I'm not saying, like, I'm not going to fully support the game on the loot. Like, I like a lot of the decisions Bungie made with Destiny 2 compared to Destiny 1, but I'm not gonna completely defend it and say it's universally better. Like, there are a lot of things that Bungie got wrong with Destiny 2.
Oh yeah.
But
as for like as a foundation, Destiny 2 can become something really great.
And that's why I'm willing to stick around for it. That I paid.
I will too. I will too. That's the thing. I will too. I just didn't buy Curse. But honestly,
Put it down, put it down, put it down, put it down, put it down!
No, you can't. You gotta get really careful.
Put him down!
Y'all taking too much effort on the
We don't have rockets, remember?
down again.
Oh my
But
fucking
the
god.
thing is, he can't two-sword him.
I'm using rockets. I'm using rockets.
I'm using rockets too.
He can't two-sword him now.
Y'all can't. You're not synchronizing properly.
But he can't two-sword him though. That's the thing. Like,
he
how long
downed
it
him
takes?
after the fact, and there was another oversoul.
Yep.
That's effective, guys.
I mean, screw it. If we're saying fuck the fuck the rockets or whatever,
I said fuck. I pulled out my shit already.
I thought we.
Yes. Our viewers are gonna be let down, but that's okay. Yeah. I'm gonna use Vision. I'm gonna use.
Go get him.
No, here's the thing.
There are other
We are
challenges
gonna-
for other games.
We are saving this video though on Twitch, I guess, and putting it on YouTube. But who knows who will actually watch it? We'll see.
But I mean, are y'all gonna synchronize and use weapons and take down Frodo before the oversoul?
I require 10%
Alright.
of all props.
Well,
Yeah,
I
okay,
think we
fill up with that.
pretty much said all that we can about our likes and dislikes of D1 versus D2. So I think this is a good place to stop the podcast at least for a week. We'll continue that debate with another game.
Well, I mean, there's not much else to really continue. I mean, I think we've covered everything because the next podcast, we may talk about this, we may talk about something else. But I think we pretty much covered everything.
Well, I would prefer, I think that keep listeners interested. We could pick another game, a few group of people, and have them, talk about that. So, maybe have the major Overwatch players do
not necessarily about the movies, but
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about makeup next.
Racial tension, or...
Can we get a makeup podcast going, starring?
Yeah,
Are you making fun of my profession, asshole?
No, fuck you.
He might be, but I'm about
Here
it.
we go.
Hey, honestly though, I would like you to do my makeup.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna let Carla do me up in the
same.
Probably still ugly.
Boy, no.
I mean, nothing like how you did your husband. Nothing like that, but just like maybe.
A more manly version of that. Yo, put him down.
Oh, I missed
Someone
an
missed
entire rocket.
an entire rocket.
I missed the entire rocket. Alright, take him down first, and then shoot the oversoul.
I appreciate you.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Woo!
But at the same time, I don't. What are we using for this thing? Seriously.
Snipers, my friends. Use a sniper on the big thing. The big ball in the sky.
Pull out a sniper rifle.
V erection. Please stop watching my stream.
But thank you for being. Thank you for watching this video, whether it's on YouTube.
Do you want to know what he said?
Yeah, I'm seriously resorting to pushing you guys onto the thing. Just
V erection has decided to say "I farted, daddy" on the comment section.
That's gotta be Panda, bro.
It might be.
I farted, daddy.
But I'm trying to figure out who's daddy. We got like we got like 6 dudes in here.
It's Michael.
Michael's definitely daddy.
Is my daughter one?
No, Michael is not daddy.
Carla is obviously daddy.
It's Carla? Okay, so B Erection said that he farted. I don't know what he wants you to do with that information. You might have to punish him.
I'm not into that.
You're not?
Chuck Berry and smell it.
Not into farting.
Not into farting? Okay, well, no one's into farting.
Take part?
Are you into poop?
No, I'm not into poop either.
My stream just went.
Some people are.
What is happening? Please.
It went there. It went there. All right, so we're doing this, right? We're starting.
Scat King, Michael, as we recall.
Wow. Right? Okay. Well, this went somewhere dark. All right.
Not dark.
It sure did.
Somewhere stank.
Just.
Put his ass down. He's already trying to touch me.
They got so quiet. Oh.
Put him down. Oh my god, what are you people doing?
We're trying.
I'm trying to figure out.
I ran out of
shit.
No, Pretzel, you're not supposed to die.
You know.
Alright, oversoul, please. I hear another icebreaker going off. Bless your soul.
Go inside, get inside, get inside. Well,
but yeah, that's the end of our podcast, and you can send all donations to my address at 17447 North Avenue of the Arts.
Don't forget, I need money. Sponsor me, please.
Hey, what do you? Hey, whoa, what do you mean?
To be paid.
No one wants to sponsor a Deep Throat microphone.
Yo, can we like
sponsor a new microphone for Dylan?
Send all donations to deepthroat69@aol.com.
AOL is shutting down, dude.
And now I need a new headset apparently, because now my headset's broken. Thank you, Dylan.
How about we end the stream? How about we end the stream with like an actual end to that guy?
An actual death to Crota.
Yeah.
Please.
How about it, guys?
For a long time.
Ladies and gents, this is like, you know, how is it that we can do this shit in like half an hour, and we're not doing that right now? Yo, the next stream should be.
Why can't we do Crota?
Word, guys.
It's always been this way with Crota.
I've got
Hey,
nothing to play with.
At least this dude is not in the room chasing us around saying, "Hey guys."
Listen, that would have been a great spot to add some Benny Hill.
It's like, "Hey guys, I heard you had some tea."
Put him down, put him down, put him down, put him down. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Woo, woo, woo. Someone missed completely. He's gonna touch me.
Dodging my rockets.
You say he's gonna peg me?
He's gonna touch me. Woo!
Oversoul, please. I don't know why you went over there at that time.
Because I was behind cover and I saw that he was almost at no fucking damage. And I mean, no shield. So I was like, I got this. I can take this nigga down. Alright, look.
Man, even with rockets.
I am so
Can we end the podcast?
Yo.
Even with fucking rockets.
I can't
I'm so mad right now.
Yo, can we be serious though? Like, come on.
Apparently we can't, dude.
Come on.
I mean, this is the backdoor thieves. Of
I
course
swear to God, Carla, I am going to strangle you.
What?
It's not hard to step on this fucking plate. He's like doing everything but stepping on the plate.
Carla, you're about to bring out the inner terrorist and now
I swear to God, I'll put a pressure plate right at your door. That's so hard to do.
Did you see that thing? It stuck in here before it opened. What?
Yeah.
I don't have my super.
Like that's never happened.
I preemptively struck. I didn't know. I don't have my super. I cannot do it.
I don't understand how I get half health before anything ever happens.
Alright, let's start. Carla, look, I don't know who it is that keeps running out here, but don't run out here.
It's Michael.
I'm running out here.
Michael, get the fuck away! Oh my god, Michael, go away.
I just want
that
to be,
typical white person ruining everything.
I just want to be around you, Ariel.
I know.
Just come out of nowhere. Come on and slam.
Alright, put him down.
He keeps moving.
Put him down. Holy shit, look. He has like no...
Nani?
Oh, damn.
Someone
Oh my fucking god. Ah!
Oh shit, I died again.
He's gonna summon another oversoul. Oh no, he didn't summon... Oh shit, he didn't. Alright.
Get down.
Vesper Lynn, shut the fuck up for God's
Baby
sake.
Bun. Who the hell is Baby Bun?
I don't even like you. I don't even know you.
She's gone.
Yo, who the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Who the fuck is my child? Baby Bun.
Alright, so nobody knows who that is.
Nope.
No.
No.
Michael.
Get back here.
What?
Me or Michael.
Who is that?
Thank
I
you.
don't know.
It's me or Michael. Because I believe I added the baby bun the other day.
All it says is join the party. It doesn't say who.
Yeah, I know baby bun.
Baby
I
Bun.
forget who it was playing. It was me, her, and Kobe. Someone.
That's a girl?
Yeah, Yes, everybody's
Is she funny?
She is kind of quiet, actually.
Alright,
You know what they say about the quiet ones?
They're the wild ones.
They're the freaks.
I mean,
Bullshit.
I don't know where she is at, so I could actually find out for you.
Yo, don't go out there. What the fuck, man? He's gonna come in here. Oh my fucking god. Lyrian, did you forget? Did you forget?
Brother ain't shit.
And what's he gonna do?
Decides to break his track and run into
Give
the
me that
room.
chalice.
Watch him run to the middle and then teleport right behind us. What is hitting me? Who? Oh! Wow! Wow! Just be warned, I can't take him down right now. I don't got help.
Go get him.
Ready?
Nigga, you took him down too early.
Make it work.
Oh no, slow
Make
ass.
it work.
Take him down again. Holy shit, he is putting me the fuck down. Holy shit. Wait, brother. We can talk about this.
Take him down at least.
Yeah, we got him down to par.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, I didn't have the ability to go and fuck with him at the moment. So you summoned the fucking Oversoul. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Wait. While we're still doing this shit, let me talk about one thing that I did fucking like about D2. The best thing in D2 right now. No.
Everyone mute.
No. The best thing. Y'all niggas are gonna agree with me. Y'all niggas are gonna agree with me right now.
He said, hey, the flying pizza delivery guy said, you ain't talking anymore. You done.
Nah, fuck that guy. Alright.
You know what?
You know when you go to the edge.
Yo, man, I heard you like pizza. I'm gonna bring it over in a jet.
Yo, I'm gonna need y'all niggas to shut up so y'all can listen to me, alright? You know, when you go to the edge of any corner, and in D1, you just fall, the fact that you can fucking climb up a wall in D2 is fucking amazing.
Yeah, the mantling mechanic is...
The mantling mechanic is on fucking point. Alright, yo, can someone tell Abby to turn that shit off? He's in the middle,
Why are you racist? Let him play his culture.
He's white!
Yeah, are you trying to suppress him?
He's white!
That's such a racist, man.
Boy, fucking...
That's amazing.
The mantling is great.
Boys like,
Hey, stop sidestepping, please.
well, you got the sword yet?
Give me 2 seconds. Yo, y'all niggas need to chill, man. Alright, put him down.
And done.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. It took forever.
Oh my god, and I finally got the helmet after 4 years, too.
It only took a whole new game for you to get that.
Alright, now, peace, everyone.
If I had one.
Where is the stop broadcast?